How's it going?
Good. I'm good.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Boomer. Mr. Yancey told me to tell you, you have a face-to-face with him, so he's gonna give you a call this afternoon, so you don't have to be on Zoom, Mr. Boomer.
Go to xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today.
You're on mute, I can't hear you, but you have a face-to-face, so Mr. Yancey gonna give you a call this afternoon. Yeah, you have a face-to-face with Mr. Yancey, so he's gonna give you a call this afternoon about 1:30.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay.
Ms. Harris, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Reed.
Did Mr. Morgan come in this morning?
He did, he was, I just left him at the lab to test, and then I'm gonna go downstairs and get him on the 1-800 line while I'm dealing with my other people. I did get some of his stuff done, but we do still have a few things we have to get done before he would be, ready to be presented,
Okay.
so I'm gonna get to him.
When you're
He did
ready, I'll go in the breakout room.
Okay, thank you.
Oh. I muted my
All right, good morning, everyone. 36th District Court is now in session. I am Judge Shannon A. Holmes, serving as your presiding judge. Good morning to each of you. We are going to get started on this morning with our Veterans Treatment Court docket. And those should be the matters that are scheduled for, I think there's Mr. at 8:45. And so I want to get started with Veterans Treatment Court first, and then I'll excuse our veterans, and then we'll go to everything else. So let's get started. I have first for Veterans Treatment Court, James Fry. Is Mr. Fry on? I need you to unmute for me, Mr. Fry. I have the following case for you. I have case number 210-456-7901. State your full name for me. You're still on mute, sir. Let's unmute you.
James Devlin Fry.
Right. Good morning, Mr. Fry. How are you this morning?
Good morning, Judge.
You doing well?
I'm doing well, Judge. Thank you very much. How are you?
I'm doing well also. Thank you. All right. Oh, wait a minute. My camera went off. There we go. Here I am. All right. All right. And so, Mr. Fry, things have been going well with you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Very good. Tell me what's been going well with you.
We started school at Henry Ford Community College. I also changed journeyman, so now I'm working with a journeyman who's willing to show me all that he knows. We're working good together, and I'm just looking forward to completing the program and making you proud.
Well, I'm already proud of you, Mr. Fry, because you are showing up. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You've made a commitment to yourself first, and you also made a commitment to us that you would work this program, and you're doing it. So congratulations to you. Listen.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. Are you having any issues or concerns that you need the court to address?
No, ma'am. I'm just working the program, staying focused. Glad I'm working with some good people. I then also started the veterans program of counseling twice a week.
Okay. All right. And how is that going?
It's going well. I have a very good counselor, a young lady named Mrs. Rickskia. I may not be saying her name right, but she's enthusiastic, just like the people at 36th District Court. She wants the best for me, and I'm looking forward to talking to this lady.
Good. Very good. Very good. Now make sure that you don't miss those appointments, that you schedule yourself so that you can make those appointments, because that's going to be really important for you to get that level of care in order to complete the program, and so that you can be prepared for life. How does that sound?
It sounds wonderful, Judge, and that's the plan.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. Do you have any questions for the team this morning?
No, ma'am.
All right. Mr. Yancey, if you could place your appearance on the record and let me know if Mr. Fry is in compliance.
Yes, Your Honor. Kenneth Yancey on behalf of Veterans Court this morning, Your Honor. Your Honor, Mr. Fry's self-report is correct. And we did get him connected with some new services, which he did articulate. He is in compliance at this time.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. What phase is he in, Mr. Yancey?
Your Honor, he's in phase 2.
All right. He's in phase 2. And so you're working on the phase 2. If nothing else, ask to Mr. Fry. I'm going to have Mr. Fry stick around, and then I'll have the team address all of our veterans at one time. And so, but before I give Mr. Fry his date, I need everyone to join me in thanking Mr. Fry for his service to this country. Thank you so much, Mr. Fry. We appreciate you. We appreciate
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Appreciate you as well.
Yes, sir. Mr. Parker, do you serve as his mentor?
No,
No? Okay. All right. No problem. All right. And so, Mr. Fry, your next date would be he's in phase 2, you said? All right.
That's correct.
Okay. So what we'll do is, Mr. Yancey, we're going to have a return to court date of September 26th, 2023, and that is going to be at 8:45 a.m. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Very good. Mr. Fry, hang with me while I finish up the rest of the veterans, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, awesome. I am going to go to Mr. Marshall. Good morning to you, Mr. Marshall. I have case number 13062333301. Please state your name for the record.
Good morning, Judge Holmes. My name is James Patrick Marshall.
All right, Mr. Marshall, adjust your camera just a little bit for me. I can't see you. There you go.
Is that better?
There
Okay.
you are. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm good. I'm good.
Doing well? Okay, are you at work
Yes.
this morning?
No, I took the day off. Me and my sisters are going to take my brother to lunch. He lost his ability to walk a couple of years ago.
Okay.
So he had to move into a healthcare center. So we get together when we can and try to get him out for a little while.
Wonderful. That's wonderful. All right, Mr. Marshall, have you been taking good care of yourself too?
Absolutely. Yes.
All right, tell me what that looks like. What have you been doing to take it to work on you?
Pretty much the same things I've always been doing, just trying to maintain work, get my exercise in, a little bit of reading. Also, the last time we all met, you asked me about the 46th District Court.
Yes.
I went down there yesterday and got copies of the probation release, and I faxed over those copies to Mr. Yancey. I hope I had the right fax number, and I hope it went through, but I did get the paperwork to show that I was released.
All right, very good. Mr. Yancey, you'll have, I don't know, probably centralized faxing, but make sure the attorneys get that information as well, okay?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Marshall, I might need you to email it, but we'll talk about it.
Okay.
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 All right, very good. How are you doing with respect to working all of your other services, Mr. Marshall?
All the other services are good. Even this morning, I went to a AA meeting on Zoom,
Okay,
and everything is good.
all right. Did you learn anything in that meeting?
Yes, I learned how irresponsible I was for drinking and driving. I feel pretty bad about that. I knew better, and instead of me keeping track of what I was consuming, I pretty much was just going by how I was feeling. You know, 1 drink, 2 drink, I felt good. I did not even consider the amounts that I was drinking. So, and I found out that I wasn't the only one through these meetings. Other people pretty much just doing the same thing.
Yes.
At different levels, you know,
At different levels, but doing the same thing. And so
doing the
that
same thing.
you need to stay in the fight, right?
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right. I have your commitment to do that, right? To keep working at it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All
Yes.
right. Were you at the picnic, Mr. Marshall?
Yes.
And did
I
you
was
enjoy it?
there, and I brought my sister, one of my sisters, with me, and we had a pretty good time.
All right. Very good. I'm glad that you were there. I also hope, Mr. Fry, that you were there as well. I can't remember everybody who was there, but case managers remember. And
Mr.
so,
Fry was there.
yes. All right. Wonderful. All right. And so, Mr. Marshall, did you have any questions for the team this morning?
No, I don't have any questions.
No questions? All right. You're
No
doing a
questions.
good job. I want you to keep doing what you're doing. Mr. Yancey, he's in compliance. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, he's in compliance. His
All right.
self-report was accurate. He's doing everything he needs to do. He's doing quite well.
All right. And what phase is he in, Mr. Yancey?
Your Honor, he's in phase 2 also.
All right. Very good. Then you're going to have a return to court date, Mr. Marshall, of September 26, 2023 at 8:45 a.m. All right.
Okay.
I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in thanking Mr. Marshall for his service in the armed forces. Thank you, Mr. Marshall. We
No
appreciate
problem.
you. We appreciate you. All right,
Thank you.
very good. Hang with me for just a moment, Mr. Marshall. Mr. Yancey, am I missing any other veterans? I don't see any more on the screen.
Yes, Your Honor, it should be Mr. Trimble, and then Clarence next, was physically coming in to the courtroom.
Okay, is Mr. Trimble in or Mr. Nix?
I don't see Mr. Trimble
In the actual courtroom?
and Mr. Nix.
No.
Okay.
Neither parties are here.
All right, then, I'm going to open it now to the team. Place your appearance on the record, and if there's anything you'd like to share as to our veterans before I excuse them.
Yes, Judge, good morning. For the record, Jesse Reed, Veterans Treatment Court, Drug Treatment Court, Specialty Court, Defense Attorney, P 23863. And Judge, I'd like to make my continuing motion that my appearance be for all my clients. Thank you. I'd like to congratulate all the veterans. Good report. Keep up the good work. We're proud of what you're doing. Mr. Fry, congratulations. You started in school. That's so important. Mr. Marshall, Mackenzie man, always good to see you. Keep up the good work, sir. I was glad to hear what you said about taking care of your brother. That's so important. Keep up the good work, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
And good morning, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P 31894, Specialty Court Defense Attorney. And I would just like to indicate to both of our veterans how proud we are of them, and not only for the work they perform, but how they're performing now and doing all the great things that they have accomplished. So we are proud of you, gentlemen. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Parker, did you have anything?
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning to the team, to everyone. Yes, congratulations. Congratulations. I just as Mr. Reed, Mr. Marshall, I think it's a good thing that you and your sisters are spending time with your brother. Unfortunately, he's in the condition that he's in, but family sticking together means a lot. And so I appreciate you, and we did talk last week, and I see you still doing well, and just keep up the good work. Same for Mr. Fry, that he's doing well, and I just called for Mr. Fielmine, Nix. He didn't answer the phone. I left a message, so but anyway, congratulations, gentlemen, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Very good. Then with that, I am going to thank and excuse both of our veterans on this morning. Enjoy the rest of your day and the rest of your week, and I'll see you next go round. Take care. We're here.
Okay.
Thank you, team.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank
Be
you.
safe.
Bye-bye.
All right. I have
Bye-bye.
Mr. Guy, who is in a facility. I'd like to do his case manager on for Mr. Guy. Good morning, Mr. Green. Place your
Good morning,
appearance
Your Honor.
on the record.
Hello?
Mr. Green, place your appearance on the record for me.
Yes, Your Honor. Demetrius Green, Specialty Court Case Manager.
All right, thank you. And Attorney Warfield, your appearance on the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. Good morning, everyone. Attorney Jessica Warfield, P 85391, Specialty Court Defense Counsel.
All right, thank you. Ms. Mack, could you please read Mr. Guy's case number into the record? For some reason, I don't see him on my docket, and he may have been an add-on.
Okay.
Your Honor, I have it in front of me.
Oh, go right ahead.
Okay, 'cause I don't have it either.
Yeah, so case numbers 173802151 and case number 173802152.
All right, Mr. Guy, please state your full name for the record.
Dorian Marquise Guy.
Right, how are you this morning, Mr. Guy?
I'm holding up.
Right, very good, very good. Mr. Green, tell me what's going on with Mr. Guy. He's appearing on a day that's not his your normal court date. So what's going on?
Oh, yes, Your Honor. So I wasn't in yesterday, but from an email correspondence from Ms. Taylor, it looks like all of our phase ones were being seen on today. We're
Thank you.
scheduled for tomorrow.
Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate that, Mr. Green. All right, so no issues to report as to Mr. Guy.
No, Your Honor, we are in receipt of a discharge plan. That plan has been verified and given to us and our clinical assessor, so we are in good standing at this time.
All right, very good. And Mr. Green, you will get with us about what that discharge plan is, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Before it happens.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll clarify things that are in it.
Okay, all right, wonderful. Ms. Warfield, what do you have as to Mr. Guy, if anything?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Just keep up the good work, Mr. Guy. It sounds like you are doing everything that we are asking you to. So keep it up. And if there's anything that we can do to assist you as you're going through the journey, please let us know. No matter if you think that, we may have the resource or not, reach out to us, okay?
All right.
All right, and so, Mr. Guy, you heard the report from Mr. Green that they have prepared a discharge plan for you. I want you to hold up until we go through that plan and make sure that everything is in place, okay? So
All right.
that you can continue and move on, okay?
Yeah.
Can I count on you to do that?
Yeah, because I'm really ready to get out of here though. Now I done learned from my mistake I done made. I'm ready to start back with the plan we'll have me on. We going to probation and coming back up there Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and doing that over again. Because I done learned from my mistakes that I did in here. I'm ready to get back to it.
All right, well, give us an opportunity to review that discharge plan. And then Mr. Green will let you know when we're ready to pull the trigger on it, okay?
All right, that's what it is.
All right, very good. Did you have any other questions or concerns that you'd like to raise with the team?
No, ma'am.
No? All right, well, it's good to see you. Are they treating you well?
Yeah, it's all right in here. It's just I'm ready to get out of here. It's not meant for me to be here.
All right. Okay, well, we want to make sure when you leave, you'll be able to stay gone, okay?
Okay, yes.
And that's my goal for you. How does that sound?
Yes, it's I learned a lot. I learned a lot from being in here.
Can you tell me one thing you've learned?
I learned being free. You being free. It gives me what I'm trying to say is I would have known better if I would have did better if I would have known better before I got in here.
Okay, and so now what's some things that you know that's better now that you're going to do differently?
My sobriety. My sobriety is important. Trying to stay sober, leaving stuff alone, trying to get my life together. If I love the ones I love, I should be in their lives more instead of trying to pick up and especially when I got stuff to do and things to do, and not trying to go behind people's backs doing things.
Yes, your sobriety, you said it. Your sobriety is first. Without your sobriety, you're not going to have all the other stuff, right?
Yeah.
All right. So if I have a commitment to continue to work on it, give us an opportunity to go through that discharge plan, let you know how we're going to transition you, okay?
All right.
All right, awesome. Mr. Green, I am going to give a next court date. He is in phase 1, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so I'm going to give a face-to-face date for him on September 20th, 2023, and that's going to be at 1:30. And so please make sure that we staff talk about however we need to do it, that discharge plan before it's put into action. Not so we can weigh in, okay? Or I can ask questions if I have any. Okay?
Will do, Your Honor.
Awesome. You are all set, Mr. Guy. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, take care. Mr. Green, did I miss anyone else?
Not to my knowledge. That was all that I had. I don't know if anybody else was coming up for Ms. Taylor. She's not in right now.
All right. Miss Attorney Warp, if you could find out if Miss Taylor has any phase ones coming in, just to give me heads up. I totally forgot, but I was ready. Thank you, Mr. Green. All right.
No problem.
So we're all set.
Just so the court knows, I do have a hearing at 9:30 upstairs, so I can just come right back down, you know,
That's
someone
fine.
pops up.
I'll work with your schedule. No problem. No problem. All right. Thank you. All right.
Your
so
Honor,
let's, yes.
if I could, Mr. Nix is in the courtroom. And I have a Damon Van Pelt intake. Mr. Van Pelt, you should have been coming down here physically.
Yes, he's not eligible for this meeting
A
today.
lot of people I had to work with yesterday.
Okay. All right. And so make sure you reach out, Mr. Van Pelt, send him a message as well. Ms. Wilson or Ms. Mack, Mr. Van Pelt is not eligible for a Zoom hearing. He has to come to the courtroom in person today. All right, very good. I'm going to do Ms. Villarue's case and then I'll come back and I want to do the people who were here on time. Mr. Nix was a little bit late. All right, Ms. Villarue, if you could raise your right hand for me.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Do you swear or affirm that you will interpret the words as spoken by the parties in today's proceedings and that you will do so completely and accurately without any additions or deletions? So help you God.
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Thank you. Please state your name as well as your qualifications.
Evelyn Villarue, certified court interpreter number C3822.
All right. Thank you. And I have on today for Juan Lopez Chavez, SP 125-98622.
Tenemos hoy el caso de Juan Gabriel López Chávez, número de caso SP 125-98622.
I also have case number SP 134-32041. Have Mr. Lopez Chavez please state his full name.
Y también tenemos el caso SP 134-32041. Señor Chávez, por favor, díganos su nombre.
Juan López Chávez.
Juan López Chávez.
Good morning to you, Mr. Lopez Chavez.
Buenos días a usted, señor López Chávez.
Buenos días.
Good morning.
How are things going with you, sir?
¿Y cómo le han estado yendo las cosas a usted, señor?
Todo bien. Todo bien ahí.
All good. Going along.
Echándole las ganas.
And putting some energy into it.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Buenísimo. Buenísimo.
And so are you attending your classes or your sessions as you should?
Así que usted está asistiendo a sus clases o a sus sesiones como debería estar haciendo.
Sí, de hecho, ahorita voy a ir a las 10. Voy a ir a trabajar más tarde después de que termine de la clase.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I'm going at 10 and then I'm going to go to work a little later after I'm done with my classes.
Very good. Are you learning anything in those classes?
Muy bien, y dígame, ¿está usted aprendiendo algo en esas clases?
Sí, la otra vez que fui hasta aprendí de que cómo controlar el enojo, mantenerse bien con las personas, de no enojarse como cualquier cosa o te dicen algo, y aprendí cómo controlar el enojo en la última clase que fui.
Yes, last time that I went, I learned how to control my anger, how to get along better with others. Like if they say something to you, how to control your anger.
That is awesome, Mr. Lopez Chavez. I'm very proud of you. Thank you for going to class and keeping an open mind.
Eso es buenísimo, López Chávez. Gracias por compartir eso. Gracias por estar asistiendo a las clases. Estoy muy contenta.
Are you having difficulty with any part of working the program?
¿Y se le ha hecho difícil alguna parte del programa?
No.
No.
Very good. Are you having any concerns in general that you need to raise with the team on today?
Muy bien. ¿Y tiene usted alguna preocupación en general que usted le quisiera mencionar al equipo hoy?
Nada. No tengo
Nothing.
nada.
I don't have nothing to raise.
All right. Ms. Harris, if you could place your appearance on the record and then let me know what phase Mr. Lopez Chavez is in and whether or not he's in compliance.
Good
Así
morning,
que,
Your Honor.
señora Harris, ¿pudiera usted decir su nombre para que conste en el acta? Y déjeme saber en cuál fase está el señor y si es que le está cumpliendo.
Good morning, Your Honor. Angel Harris, Case Manager for Specialty Court.
Buenos días, su señoría. Soy la trabajadora asesor Harris, trabajando para el Tribunal de Especialidad.
Mr. Lopez Chavez is in phase 1. He is in compliance and doing well. I do want to maybe give him an incentive today, just even if it's just a round of applause. He has traveled for work. He is up north and he has been testing consistently at the provider up there. I gave him the information for, and he really did follow through with that, and he's managed it all on his own. He hasn't called me. He's made it every one, and I just wanted him to know that I recognize that.
Sí, su señoría, el señor López Chávez está en la fase 1, la etapa 1, y sí está cumpliendo con todo y todo le está yendo muy bien. Quisiera darle algún tipo de incentivo al señor hoy, aunque sea que todo el mundo haga lo que le está haciendo. Quiero que la corte note que él ha estado trabajando en el norte y aún se está haciendo las pruebas regularmente, lo está haciendo de su propia cuenta, ni me ha llamado.
I need everyone to join me in the courtroom in giving a judicial applause for Mr. Lopez Chavez and his progress. Awesome.
Adam, por el progreso de señor Chavez y que también le está yendo.
Gracias.
Awesome.
Buenísimo, buenísimo.
All right. Well, you are in compliance. I'm excited about that. I am going to schedule you for a face-to-face with Ms. Harris, and that is going to be on September 19th, 2023, and that will be at 1:30 p.m.
Bueno, así que noto que el señor López Chávez ha cumplido y yo me siento muy emocionada de eso. Voy ahora a programar una fecha para una cita cara a cara. Va a ser el 19 de septiembre del 2023 a la 1:30 de la tarde con la señora Harris.
All right. Very good. If nothing else, take good care of yourself, and we will see you next time.
Y si no hay nada, cuídese muchísimo y lo vamos a ver la próxima vez.
Ok, gracias.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Villarreal.
You're so welcome, Your Honor. I do have another case, but it's scheduled for 9:30.
Oh,
5 actually.
okay. Is that for a pretrial and Dujar?
Yes, it's Anne Dujar.
All right. And Ms. Max, should that be on my docket for a pretrial?
Yes, Judge, we scheduled that.
Okay, all right. Well, Ms. Villarreal, as soon as they check in, let's let Ms. Villarreal know so we can be ready to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, I don't see anyone else on the screen, so I'm going to go to the courtroom. Clarence Nix, if you could join us at the podium. Mr. Nix. I have case number Z8040351. Good morning, Mr. Nix.
Good morning.
State your name for the record.
Clarence Nix.
All right, Mr. Nix, how are you today?
I'm fine. Yourself?
I'm doing very well, Mr. Nix, did you connect to your services at the VA?
Yes, I did. They told me they wouldn't get me in until October 3rd. Okay, I expressed that to Mr. Yancey and Mr. Daniel. Okay, now, during that time, like, talking about the detox situation, I did that at home, okay? And my last report, my last screening was a couple of weeks ago, and Mr. Yancey informed me that it was negative, okay? And this one I just took should be negative also.
That means that you have not been picking up, Mr. Nix.
Not doing what? Oh, not picking up at all, yeah.
I'm proud of you. I knew you could do it. I knew you
Yes,
could
ma'am.
do it. That is awesome. Listen, Mr. Nix, I'm concerned about an October 3rd date. Mr. Yancey, if someone's in my courtroom and they're moving around, they have a hat on, somebody please turn off the camera. Why y'all always wait for me to have to do that? Then they be mad at me. I want to be mad at somebody else. All right. Mr. Nick, you are doing a phenomenal job. I know this was not easy for you. How are you feeling?
I feel great.
Can you see any difference in yourself?
A little bit, more aware of things now, you know.
I can't hear you.
and,
Talk right into that mic.
Oh, okay, yes. I feel good.
You feel good? Did I hear
No,
you say something about being more aware?
Yeah. Now I'm paying more attention to things now.
Yes.
Things, you know, not big things, little bitty things, you know, that come about sometimes I might not pay attention to, but I'm more aware of everything now.
Very good. Mr. Yancey, I'm concerned about that October 3rd date. That's far, far away as far as I'm concerned.
If I can comment on that, Your Honor.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, so that's the official date that he did get from VA Services and Mr. Kasheri. Mr. Kasheri did say that in the meantime, he can go and participate in walk-in services, so he can go to the walk-in clinic there, and he can get services in the meantime. He can get official services in the meantime. So
What kind of services would he get? Counseling services?
yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that information, Mr. Yancey. Mr. Nix, I need you to do that. I don't want to wait until October 3rd. You need to walk in and get counseling services. And I'd like for you to start today. Can you do that?
Walk in where?
To Mr. Yancey, will you tell him where he's in the building? Mr. Yancey, when you finish, you can come down, let him know. And then I'd like for him to walk in for this week, next week, and then I think the following week will be October 3rd. So, but
Yes.
I don't want you to go without services for 2 or 3 weeks. That's just not acceptable for me. Okay?
I understand. I did it for 30 days so far.
I'm sorry.
I've done it for 30 days so far.
Has it been 30 days? I don't think it's been 30 days that we've had good screens, but listen, whether it's 1 day, 2 days, or 5 days, the fact that you've not picked up, that is excellent. But listen, not picking up is only probably a fourth of the battle. And a huge part of the battle is that you've got to go and address what's been going on inside of you that may have caused you to start picking up and picking up in the way that you have been picking up. Not just stopping. It's almost like just putting a Band-Aid on it, on cancer. Well, you know, in after a while, we just don't see the spot, the skin cancer, but it's still there and it's still growing and it's still spreading. You've got to go and get the treatment for it, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I have your commitment to do that, Mr. Nix?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, awesome. What else is going on with you? Because you're doing great, Mr. Nix.
Oh, nothing unusual. You know, I run the daily routine, go to work along. You know, go to my band rehearsals. Stuff like that.
All right, very good. Is Mrs. Nix with you this morning?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good morning to you, Mrs. Nix.
Good morning.
All right, I hope that everything's going well with you.
Yes, it is.
All right, thank you, ma'am. All right, Mr. Nix, did you have any questions?
Just one, actually, because like the time I got that DUI so many years ago. And I'm trying to figure out why should I be on probation now for something that happened back then, seeing how during that time I hadn't been arrested for anything.
I understand, but you know that when you do something to break the law, it doesn't go away. Whether or not you show up, whether or not you follow through with your probation, it never goes away. You have to get it resolved. And so that's why you're here today. Okay,
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
that's a good question. Very good. All right, Mr. Yancey, what do you want to tell me about Mr. Nix? Mr. Nix, Mr. Yancey is gonna come down, get you set up to do the walk-in. Mr. Yancey, if they're gonna see him on October 3rd, I am going to be good with him. It's 2 weeks away. So if he can do a walk-in for this week, next week, and the following week, I'm sorry. So I need him to do 3 walk-ins and for services, and then they'll see him on October 3rd. That way, we're good, okay?
Yes.
All right, very good. Mr. Yancey?
Your Honor, Mr. Nix has been doing pretty good. I've actually seen him at least once a week, if not twice a week. Here at the court, we have talked. He has articulated that he's doing better. He's really trying hard. I do applaud him for what he has done. And he is connected with Mr. Kasheri. So whatever kind of miscommunication we had about the walk-in, we'll get that clear. But other than that, for the short period of time he's been with us, he's been doing pretty well.
All right, awesome, very good. Anything from the team as to Mr. Nix?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Mr. Nix, we talked in the breakout room a couple of weeks ago, and you said you could do the program, and you're working the program. And congratulations for that. Keep up the good work, Mr. Nix. Proud of what you're doing. Be proud of yourself. We know it's not easy, but you're doing a great job. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
And I'd like to add, Judge, Mr. Nix, you are doing it. That's great to hear how you just have been working on this, and you said you're going to do it, and you did it. Keep up the great work. We are proud of you.
Thank you.
All right, awesome. Mr. Nix, you're gonna see Mr. Yancey today. You're gonna do a walk-in at the clinic this week, next week, and the following week. Mr. Yancey will get that information to you. And then you're gonna have a face-to-face with Mr. Yancey on September 19th, 2023. And that's going to be at 1:30 p.m. Did you get that information?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, awesome. Awesome. I need everyone in the courtroom to join me in thanking Mr. Nix for his service to this country and his service to us. Thank you, Mr. Nix. We appreciate you. All right, you can have a seat in the regular audience, and Mr. Yancey will be down in a few minutes. All right. I need to go back to, I had some 8:30 and 8:35 matters. And so I want to make sure, did Mr. Trimble join us?
Yes, he's in the courtroom, Judge.
All right, I want to close out my veteran docket. Come on, Mr. Trimble. And then I'm going to go to Mr. Paley. I have Mr. Trimble, 220-610-6601. Good morning, Mr. Trimble.
Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Ms. Holmes.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing good, man.
All right, you still taking care of business?
Yes, ma'am. I've been at the DA. I actually have an appointment with Mr. Nelson. I've been taking care of, my housing situation, feeling better mentally and physically. I haven't been drinking any alcohol, now I just feel healthy. I feel good.
You feel good, very good. Have you been making good decisions too, Mr. Trimble?
Yes, ma'am. I've been staying out of areas, where I'm not wanted, getting more into the holiday spirit, the fall, winter's coming up. So, I've just been enjoying myself.
All right, how's your mom doing?
She's doing all right. She's doing all right. I just been speaking to her this morning, she's doing good.
All right, very good, very good. Are you having any issues or concerns that you need to raise with the team on this morning?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
All right. All right, Mr. Yancey, I saw Mr. Trimble in the building. I think that was last week. And Mr. Trimble, you look good. You sound good. You were there taking care of business. And I'm very, very proud of you, sir. I want you to continue, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Yancey.
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Trimble, he's doing pretty well. I got, just got a report yesterday from Mr. Kasheri about how well he's doing. So everything is positive. Nothing has been missed as far as appointments. So he's on pace the way he should be. So if he continues to make all his appointments, we'll be pleased with what he's doing, and he's accurate about his screens.
All right, very good, very good, very good. All right, what phase is Mr. Trimble in?
Your Honor, he is in phase 2.
All right, in phase 2. All right, Mr. Trimble, if you don't have any questions, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, anything as to Mr. Trimble?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Congratulations, Mr. Trimble. Good report. You're working the program. You're following the course orders. You're keeping all your meetings. That's very important. I had an opportunity to shake your hand a couple of weeks ago in the courtroom. It was good to see you. Keep up the good work, sir. We're proud of what you're doing. Be proud of yourself. We know it's not easy, but you're doing a great job, okay? Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All
And
right.
if I could add, Judge, thank you. Mr. Trumbull, you are doing a great job. You know, you said you're going to do this and you did it and you're doing it. It's great to hear that. Keep up the great work, sir. We're proud of you.
Thank you so much, man.
All right, very good. Mr. Trimble, I'm going to have you do a face-to-face with Mr. Yancey on September 19th, 2023 at 1:30 p.m., okay?
Yes, at 1:30. Yes, ma'am.
All right, did you get that?
Yes, September 19th, 1:30.
Yes, sir. All right, before you leave the podium, I need everybody to join me in celebrating Mr. Trimble and thanking him for serving this country. Thank you, Mr. Trimble. We appreciate your service. Thank you so much. All right, awesome. Awesome. You are good, Mr. Trimble. Mr. Yancey, did you need him to hang back for a minute?
He can come up and screen since he's here.
Oh, yes, he should screen. Yes, absolutely. All right, very good. Thank you, Mr. Trimble. All right, Mr. Yancey, other than your intake, am I missing any other vets?
You are not. Those
Mr.
were
He's not
the
a vet.
vets.
Okay, all right, very good. Let's do it. I am going to go to Mr. Paley. I have case number 210-453-3901. Mr. Paley, state your full name for me.
Justin David Paley.
All right, how are you this morning, Mr. Paley?
I'm good, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Did I already talk with you about the picnic?
Yes, ma'am.
I did. All right, then we won't talk about it again. All right. How are you doing overall with taking care of yourself and working on you?
I'm doing very good, Your Honor. I think
Okay.
I'm making good progress.
All right, can you tell me one thing that you feel that you've made good progress on?
You know, I've went a little above. Instead of just doing the counseling, I'm also now seeing a psychiatrist also, and working on myself. And you know, I feel if I work on myself, I'll be a better person.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Start with you. Absolutely. What have you found to be the most challenging part of all of this, Mr. Paley?
Owning up to everything that you've done in the past, you know, and confining it in someone that's a stranger. You know.
Yeah, but you're owning up to it, right?
Yes, ma'am. That's the only way to fix myself.
There you go. All right, how's the family doing?
Wonderful, Your Honor. Wonderful. They're
Do
all
they-
in school now and having a good time. My son's now my oldest son, he's playing football. He wasn't able to make it, to the picnic, but so we've been busy with football practice, and my daughter, she's his biggest cheerleader.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. Do they notice a difference in you, Mr. Paley?
Oh yeah, yeah, they do. I spend a lot more time with my family, and we do a lot more family oriented things.
Very good. Very good. All right. Do you have any questions or concerns that you need to raise with the team this morning?
Not currently, Your Honor, no.
All right. Ms. Harris?
Morning. Yes, Mr. Paley is in compliance. He's actually being promoted to phase 2 today.
Oh,
So
Yes. Awesome. Yes. Awesome. Awesome. We're excited about that. Ms. Harris, he has completed all of the requirements of phase 1. Is that correct?
yes, Your Honor. And like he said, he's been very motivated to try and do even more to just improve his life and embrace this new way of life.
All right. And there were no objections from the team on yesterday with respect to the recommendation to promote you. He's going to phase 2. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Awesome. Everybody, come on, join me and let's celebrate Mr. Paley on his promotion to phase 2. Congratulations, Mr. Paley. Congratulations.
Thank
All
you,
right.
guys.
That means that I am not going to see you again. You'll have a return to court. That is going to be on September 26, 2023. And that's going to be at 8. Wait a minute. The 26th, is that a Tuesday? Or do you want to keep him on a Tuesday, Ms. Harris?
I don't think it matters to Mr. Paley, so we can put him, whatever day. He's not usually on Tuesday, but he was on Tuesday today. So I'm open to whatever fits the docket better for you.
I'd like to do 9:30 so that
Okay.
we'll be finished with our veterans. So 9:30 on September 26th. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Very good. Congratulations to you. You are free to leave.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Take care. Bye-bye. I believe that Mr. Spencer is at work. Give me 1 second. I'm going to call his.
Hello?
Okay. She's gonna call your case in a moment, Mr. Spencer.
Thank you. Excuse me. Can we talk?
No, if you want to talk to me, we can talk after. You can call me. This is all live on YouTube right now, so we should kind of have private conversations about your stuff separately.
I understand. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Spencer, I'm ready for you. I have case number ZA088431. Mr. Spencer, state your full name for the record. Uh-oh, I can't hear you.
Mr. Spencer, you're muted. You need to unmute.
Lonnie Spencer, how you
I
doing, Miss
still
Young?
can't hear him. Wait a minute. Oh,
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Yes, it was on my end.
Thank you.
All right, very good. Good morning to you, Mr. Spencer.
Good morning to you.
How are you this morning?
Blessed.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Have you been taking good care of yourself? Taking good care of others?
Oh, girl, as a saint does, yes, ma'am. Can you, I think I've lost your picture.
Oh, I think I'm still on. I can still see it.
Yeah, you're on now.
Okay. All right. And so, Mr. Spencer, you said, yes, you are taking good care of yourself as you're taking good care of others?
As much as I can do, Your Honor, whatever I can do.
All right. Have you been going to your classes?
Faithfully, Your Honor, I think that's just part of helping me understand what I'm going, so or what I need to deal with. Yes, sir.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear you say that it's helping you understand and hopefully helping you with some coping mechanisms and some exercises to do that will be helpful to you while you're going through those things, right?
Oh yes, I'm old enough to know that, hey, not to pass up substance, hey, is beneficial.
All right. Awesome. Awesome. Is there anything that you need us to assist you with?
Well, I think I need to talk to Mrs. Harris more in depth, but as far as everything else, hey, my spirits are high, and I'm good.
All right. So you'll get an opportunity to talk with Miss Harris. I'm sure, she's in court in the mornings, but she'll get a chance to talk to you. But just know that reach out and utilize your resources, okay?
Oh, most definitely. Believe me, I'm gonna do more than just reach out. I'm gonna stay on it because that's what's helping me. You just don't know, hey, the things that are opportunity that I'm getting. So yes,
right.
yeah.
And I think last time we were together, Miss Harris gave some great resources for you to tap into. Did you utilize any of them?
Some of the things need to be talked over the holidays, so we're catching up. So
Okay.
I need to, yeah. Yes, sir.
Right. You've got a heavy load on you, but you don't have to do it by yourself. There are agencies and resources available to help you, okay?
Okay.
All right. Very good. Did you have any questions for the team this morning?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Harris.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Spencer is in compliance. He is doing everything he's supposed to do, testing, treatment, staying in contact. Right now, he is doing everything he's supposed to be doing. So as long as we keep on that path, we'll get him where he needs to be.
All right. What phase is Mr. Spencer in?
He is in phase 1, Your Honor.
All right. Very good. I'm going to have Mr. Spencer do a face-to-face with you, Miss Harris, on September 19th, 2023, and that will be at 1:30 p.m. Okay? Did you get that, Mr. Spencer?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
All right.
Listening. Yes, Your Honor.
Awesome. All right. I want you to take care of yourself, Mr. Spencer. Good to see you. Mr. Reed, did you have anything, or Mr. Vikings asked to Mr. Spencer?
Yes, sir. Just keep up the good work, sir. We know it's not easy. You're doing a good job. We're proud of you. Be safe, sir, and have a good day.
You as well. God bless.
Thank you.
All right.
Your Honor?
Yes.
Sorry, this has nothing to do with Mr. Spencer,
Okay,
so
let
you
me
can go
close
ahead.
out Mr. Spencer. Mr. Spencer, enjoy the rest of your day, the rest of your week, and make sure you follow.
You as well, Your Honor. Be safe.
All right. Take care. Bye-bye. All right. Yes, Ms. Harris.
Would it be possible for us to do Daryl Williams' promotion so that I can go downstairs and start working with Mr. Morgan on his stuff for intake?
Yes, absolutely. Actually, I think I have a completion to do first, and then
Okay.
I'll do the promotion. All right. Mr. Yancey, you made a recommendation as to Eric Taylor yesterday. Are you ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's do it. I have case number 2004526-701. Mr. Taylor, unmute and state your full name for the record.
Eric Dwayne Taylor.
All right, Ms. Mack, can you please run him and make sure he has nothing else outstanding for 36th District Court? All right, Mr. Taylor. Mr. Yancey made the recommendation yesterday that at 22 months, instead of keeping you another 2 months, that we release you and allow you to complete the program. Are you ready?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Taylor, what have you learned through this experience?
Well, number one, I learned, some of who your friends really are, you know what I mean? And who gonna support you or who are going to entice you, And I was thinking about at the graduation, the lady said, you know what I'm saying? You got to say a lot of things you better off without,
Yes.
And I was just telling my little cousin, man, I came in this program, I was a mess. And I told him, I'm leaving out fresh, you know what I mean? And it's about what I do after this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just still have that motivation.
And listen, Mr. Taylor, the same way you made good choices, the same way you sacrificed, the same way that you made things happen that needed to happen, the same way you abstained and from the use of any substances, the same way that you showed up and you took advantage of the things that were helping you to stay on the right path, you can still do all of that without seeing me. You can still do all of that without a case at 36th District Court. That's the wonderful thing about the program. You get resources and the ability to do things that you don't need my help or in order for me to do it. You could just pick up the phone, make an appointment, walk in, do whatever you have to do and get it done. How does that sound?
It sounds great,
It
That
sounds
sounds
great
good.
to me too.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah.
It really does.
Honestly, it sounds great, just to hear that,
Yeah.
I've been going through a lot. I lost my mom a few weeks ago. So I've been going through a lot.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
I've been going through a lot. I mean, Mr. Yancey been very supportive, I pick up the phone, I know I probably wrung his ear off, but I'm glad he was there to listen.
Yes. And listen, Mr. Taylor, here's the other beauty of it. Even when you finish the program, we never throw you away. We're not going to act like we don't know you. You can always pick up the phone, call, drop into the courtroom, come physically into the courtroom. If you need us to point you in the direction of some resources, we will do that because we want to see you walk in your new shoes for life. And anything we need to do will be a part of that. We're willing to do it. Okay.
I really appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
I really do.
All
Really
right.
appreciate
Mr. Yancey?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Taylor came into the program. I don't think he was that delighted, but he took a deep breath and he said, okay, we're gonna see what this is about. And little by little, he started changing and think about things differently and embrace the program, embrace the new beginning. He put some boundaries up. As he talked about, he got to figure out who was for him and maybe who didn't care about him as much as he thought. And, a lot of things changed and it actually prepared him for some challenges. So, when he told me about his mother, that was heartbreaking, but he was hanging in there. And he's really done well. He's he wasn't somebody that missed appointments or anything else we asked him to do, and he did it to the best of his ability. And every report I got about him was positive. So I believe he's deserving of finishing today. I applaud him. My number is not going to change, so he can call me at any time. And as long as he gives me a minute to get back with him, we're going to connect. So I'm just happy. I'm just happy for him. I'm happy, that his disposition is different, that he thinks differently. And he did a great job, Your Honor.
All right. Awesome. Mr. Reed.
Yes, Judge, thank you. I start out, I'm sorry for your loss,
Yeah.
Mr. Taylor. I've been
All right.
down that road.
Appreciate it.
Many of us have
Appreciate
been down that road, so I understand what you're going through. I want to congratulate you on completing the program, graduation. 22 months. It seems like a long time, but time flies. I mean, and you worked the program. Be proud of yourself. We know it's not easy what you did, but you have something you accomplished. I hope you understand. You've met some good people. The court, Mr. Yancey, people in treatment, people who cared about you and wanted only the best for you. I'm gonna make a motion. I think this case is one that we can close with improvement. Is that correct, Mr. Yancey? And I'm making that motion to close this
Mr.
case.
Reed, there's one, I think there's a NOP as well.
I would move to dismiss the NOP and close the other matter with improvement. Congratulations again, Mr. Taylor. We're here for you. Stop back and it's always good to see people who've completed the program and talk to them and hear how their lives are continuing. You be safe, sir. Keep up the good work and be strong dealing with your loss. Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Mr. Taylor, give me 1 second. I need to make sure that all is well with you. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Taylor, you are all set. I am going to close the OWVI with the improvement. And for the NOP, I'm going to dismiss it without prejudice, and you have no other outstanding matters at 36th District Court. So I need everyone in the courtroom to join me in celebrating Mr. Taylor on his successful completion of our program. Congratulations, Mr. Taylor. You did it. You did it. Congratulations, sir.
Yes.
I really hope the best for you. Go and be great, and just know we're here if you need us, okay?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Take care. All right. Bye-bye. Okay, give me just a second, please. Miss. All right. I'm ready on Daryl Williams. Is Mr. Williams still with us?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. I have case number 210-01102. Mr. Williams, state your full name for me.
Daryl Williams.
All right, Mr. Williams, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you?
I'm doing very well. Where are you going? You in a car?
I'm on my lunch break.
You on your lunch break this early? Okay, all right.
I get off at 10:30.
Oh,
I work
okay,
midnights,
got you.
remember?
Got you. Please mute until it's time for you to talk, Ms. Harris, because that's too much noise. All right. Okay, and so Mr. Williams, things have been going well with you?
Yes.
All right, did I see you at the picnic?
Yeah, remember I think you was coming out the building. Yes, right after y'all was taking pictures,
Yes,
right
all
near the
right.
end.
Yes, sir. All right, did you have a good time?
I did.
You did, very good. I know it rained a little bit, but it was still a nice time. And
Yeah,
so,
it
Mr.
was
Williams,
nice.
what did you like the most about it? What was the best part for you?
The best part of the picnic?
Yes.
I would say the music and the food.
Okay, all right. Great DJ and some great food. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, very good, very good. Have you been having any difficulties with working your program?
No.
All right, you're doing everything you're supposed to do?
Yes, ma'am.
I am extremely proud of you. I know we got off to a really rough start, but you got it on track, sir, and you've been doing it.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. All right. What have you learned about yourself so far through this process?
I learned to have patience and to be disciplined. Like everything that I used to, or how I would think or go about things, it's like you don't necessarily have to do that type of stuff. You don't have to.
Learn some other ways to handle things.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. All right. Are you still open to learning?
Yeah. Yep.
That's what I want to hear. Very good. Very good. Do you have questions for the team this morning?
No.
All right. Miss Harris, is Mr. Williams in compliance, and what phase is he in?
Yes, Your Honor, he is in compliance. He is in phase 2. We're promoting him to phase 3 today.
Yeah.
It has been a long phase 2. So I called him yesterday to tell him that we discussed it and he would be being promoted today. And he was just like, yes. So I think he was ready.
I think he's ready too. That is awesome. Awesome. And there were no objections to that recommendation for your promotion. You should be so proud of yourself. I don't know if you saw the prosecutor celebrating you already. Ms. Walker is excited that you are moving to the next phase. And so I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in celebrating Mr. Williams on his promotion to phase 3. Congratulations, Mr. Williams.
Thank you.
Congratulations. All right. That is awesome. 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 All right. Anything from the team members before I give him his next date?
Judge, I'm just so happy. I'm so happy we're saying Mr. Williams is a positive thing. Mr. Williams, you don't always see me all the time, but I'm listening, I'm looking, I'm watching. I'm so happy that you're moving up and doing good things. Good job.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Congratulations, Mr. Williams. Keep up the good work, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Reed.
All right. Awesome. Listen, Mr. Williams, your next contact is going to be October 26, 2023, and that will be at 1:30 p.m. with Ms. Harris, okay?
Okay.
All right. But if you need anything before, by all means, reach out. Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, Judge, sorry about that. Did you say October 26th?
Oh, not October. Why am I in October? Wait a minute. I must have been looking at the wrong schedule. And no, it's September. I'm sorry. Not October,
Okay.
September. Don't get too happy, Mr. Williams. You're going to see October. All right.
Your Honor, is it possible to put him on the 25th? Is that a good day? Because he usually is on Mondays, as that's his day off.
Okay, that's not a problem. So we can do the 25th. It would still be at 1:30.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right, wonderful. All right, Mr. Williams, go enjoy your day. Take care.
All right, thank you.
All right. All right. Ms. Walker, I don't know if they told you that there is a trial that's scheduled, and I'm not certain if the person is now asking for a jury trial.
Yes,
but
Judge.
I want to just make sure you have co-hosts and that you're on alert that.
Yes, Judge, I am.
All right, very good, wonderful. All right, let's do it. Miss McCall, who do you have up this morning?
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm here on Danae Elqui for Jennifer O'Driscoll.
What time is that scheduled for?
At 10 o'clock.
At 10 o'clock? Oh, Don
Yes.
Alkawi, is she on?
Yes.
Oh, she's not on yet.
Oh,
When
she's
she
not.
comes on,
Okay.
we'll let you know.
I'll just
Okay?
wait. No problem.
Okay,
Thank you
thank
so
you.
much. Good. It's a pleasure to see you.
Likewise.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go to Mr. Tolliver. I have for Mr. Tolliver and Miss Messer, you're gonna have to get in some better light before I can do your hearing. For Mr. Tolliver, I have case number 210-446-3401. Mr. Tolliver, state your full name for the record. Uh-oh, you are on mute. I'm gonna ask you to unmute.
I'm still David Tolliver.
Yes, you still are. Yes, sir. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Judge.
How are you this morning?
I am swell.
You are swell. Listen, I remember seeing you at the picnic. Did you have a good time?
I had a fantastic time. I want to be invited to the second annual.
All right, wonderful. Listen, that's why we want you all to stay in touch with us, because even when you leave our program, we do not throw you away. You will always be a part of us, okay?
All right.
All right, wonderful. How are things going with you, Mr. Tolliver?
Pretty good.
They
Yeah, pretty good. I
All
have
right.
a graduation to go to in Arizona, and I
Okay.
have a funeral to go to in Pittsburgh. So I'm going to
Okay.
be quite busy, you know, and that's good. That's a good thing, being busy.
Yeah. But I need you to do me a huge favor. Before you do anything, you got to get approval from the court. So please make sure that you see Mr. Yancey so you can do everything that you're supposed to do so that you don't have an issue with your travel, okay?
Okay.
All right, very good. So make sure you connect with him immediately so that you can get the things to him that he needs, all right?
Okay.
All right, very good. Mr. Tolliver, have you accomplished anything since the last time I've seen you?
Life's been pretty calm and uneventful, so I'd have to give that some thought. Nothing jumps out at me right now, but I know I'm doing the next right thing. I'm being a better me, you know.
Okay, I love it. I love it. Are you still going to your classes?
Absolutely.
How are those
Absolutely.
working out for you?
I didn't hear you.
How are those working out for you?
Oh, that's the best thing that I ever did. That was
All
the
right.
best thing I ever did was getting back into those meetings and getting around people just like myself.
All right, very good, very good. Do you have any questions or concerns that you need to raise with the team on this morning?
I'm still, you know, my driving situation is paramount. I really need to find out how to go about getting my license. I have to go back to work soon, sometime soon. And I got a serious issue with my driver's license that prevents me from doing a whole lot of different things.
All right, so Ms. Mack, if you could send a copy of the SOS to Mr. Reed as to Mr. Tolliver, and then Mr. Tolliver, when we finish with your hearing this morning, I want you to go in a breakout room with Mr. Reed. Mr. Reed, if you could go through and talk to him about what he needs to do, okay?
Yes, Judge.
All right, very good. And so you all would do that on this morning, Mr. Tolliver. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
All right, are you having any other issues or any other concerns?
No, I don't.
All right, Mr. Yancey, is Mr. Tolliver in compliance?
Yes, Your Honor, Mr. Tolliver's in compliance. He's doing quite well. His self-report was correct. So he's on pace. He's doing really well in his phase. He's in the last phase of our program. So he's definitely in compliance. I caught the tail end of when he was talking about travel, but I'll talk to him.
Yes, please. He has some travel he wants to do. And so there are
Okay.
some things he has to get clearance for before he can travel. Okay?
Yes.
All right. You are in phase 5, Mr. Tolliver. That's that maintenance phase. That means you're getting ready to do this on your own without the court's oversight. So I want to encourage you to continue going, continue doing what you're doing, okay?
Okay,
All right. And then you're going to have a face-to-face with Mr. Yancey on October 3rd, 2023. And that's going to be at 1:30 p.m., okay?
October the 3rd,
Yes, sir.
at what time?
1:30.
I got it.
All right, wonderful. Good to see you, Mr. Tolliver.
Yes, it's good to see you too.
All right, take good care of yourself.
All right.
All right.
Judge,
Let's
may I
go.
go in that breakout? May I go into the breakout room now with Mr. Tolliver?
Mr. Tolliver, if you all could send Mr. Tolliver and Mr. Reed an invitation, let's get them to a breakout room. And then after that, Mr. Tolliver is free to leave.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, let's go to Ms. Messer. Are we ready on Ms. Messer? All right, I have case numbers U418-08717, Z808-2891, and case number 19399-3231. Ms. Messer, state your full name for me.
Good morning, Beth.
Good morning, how are you doing?
I'm good.
That-
Tired.
Why are you tired this morning?
Well,
I can't, you're real muffled.
I said working.
Okay, well, that's a good tired, right?
Yeah.
All right, very good. How are you doing with respect to working your program, Ms. Messer?
I'm doing good.
Okay, tell me what you're doing on a day-to-day to work on you.
Well, I don't know, just staying away from people. I know work
You
my
have your
program.
speaker on something, and it's very muffled. It's very hard to understand what you're saying. I need everyone else to be mute until it is your time, till I call your case. Thank you so much.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Mr. Puryear, stop taking your device off of mute. I'm gonna put you in a breakout room, and you're gonna be there until the end of the document. Okay, Ms. Messer,
Can you hear me now?
that's a little bit better.
Okay. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. I just try to do the volume different, but I'm doing really good. Like I said, I'm just kind of stay away from people that I know I need to stay away from. And, the picnic was really nice. It was nice to be able to be around people that were so all sober and stuff. And
Good.
it's just kind of that you can be sober and still have fun,
Absolutely, absolutely.
So I enjoyed myself.
Say that last part again.
I said I enjoyed myself at the picnic. It was really nice.
Very good. So, Ms. Messer, are you still going to services?
Yeah.
Okay, how's that work?
Good. I talked to Julie, which is my counselor, almost every other day. If I have she always listens and talks to me whenever I need to speak with her. I said she always listens and talks to me whenever I need her to.
Very good. You realize that
She as well. I spoke with him a few times as well.
you said someone else. I did.
Mr. Yancey, he's been really good too.
All right, very good. Yep, next time we've got to check. So
I know. I don't know what's going on with the background. I don't know. Maybe the cover on it. I don't know. Figure it out though.
Are you having issues or concerns that you need to raise with the team on today?
No.
Mr. Yancey, yes. I'm gonna mute you. Got a lot of feedback. All right, Mr. Yancey.
I didn't hear what you asked me, but Ms. Messer, she is in compliance. At this time, she is seeing Ms. Flores, which is at Lake Ridge Village. She's complying with what she has to do twice a week randomly. She's in compliance with that. She is in phase 4 at this time. So, and I do have a lot of contact with Ms. Messer. So, and I have been getting reports from Lake Ridge. So she's in compliance right now. She's doing fairly well. She's had some ups and downs, but it hasn't thrown her off her program. So right now she's doing pretty good.
All right. So Mr. Yancey, initially Ms. Messer was testing 3 times a week. Is that correct?
Yes.
Then we reduced it to 2.
Yes.
No issues.
No.
Then I'm satisfied. All right, Ms. Messer. Your next court date or your next date will be a face-to-face with Mr. Yancey. That will be on September 26, 2023 at 1:30 p.m. at 1:30. Okay? Thumbs up if you could hear me. All right, wonderful. All right, Ms. Messer, you're doing a great job. Very proud of you. I hope you're still excited about that job. I know it wears you out, but I'm glad it looks like you're still excited about it. Keep up the great work. We're here if you need us. We've also aligned you with resources. If you need them, reach out. You don't have to wait for the court. You can reach out on your own, okay? All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thumbs up. Have a good one. Take care and be safe. All right. Who do we have with us from the jail?
Your Honor, that is Alfonso Gates.
Okay.
And
go ahead.
And he was with he entered our program in April of 2022 and left our program without consent in June of 2022. So he probably needs to go into a breakout room with one of the attorneys, and then we'll figure out.
So is this just an arraignment on the bench warrant, or he's on my docket for today?
Yeah, it's just an arraignment on the bench warrant, to my knowledge.
Ms. Mack, can you confirm, because he's on my docket? Or did we already arrange?
He's been arranged, yeah.
Has been? All right. We find out what's gonna go on with him, right?
Yeah, he needs to talk to attorneys.
And he needs to talk with, and the case manager should be in there. And then when they get to talk, then you all need to leave because he has the right to have privacy with his attorney. And so let's find out what's going to happen with them. And so if you are, Mr. Grip, who's going to go in with Mr. Gates?
Yeah, see, I'll go in. I know you still.
I'll talk to whoever needs to be talked to, Judge.
So
I'm finished with Mr. Towler, so I'll talk to.
All right. If you could put Mr. Reed, Mr. Griffin, and Mr. What was the last name again?
Gates.
Mr. Gates in a breakout room, that would be great. All right, thank you. Let's keep going. Ms. Villarreal, you are still here on that 935 case. I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. They have not appeared. And Dujar, they're supposed to be here on a pre-trial. And Dujar. We'll wait a few more, maybe 10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna release you in KPS them, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, let's go to Mr. Owens. Good morning, Mr. Owens. I have for you case number U598-45421. Mr. Owens, state your full name for me.
Milton Jared Owens.
All right, how are you this morning, Mr. Owens?
Walking it down.
You walking what down?
This program, working this program.
Okay, all right. You're not just working it, you're getting all the benefits to get you ready for life, right?
Am I?
Yes, sir. All right.
You get Judge Holmes, y'all getting me already together. Me and Mr. Yancey has talked.
All right. Very good. Are you doing okay with your programming?
Yeah, I'm here.
No.
Let me rephrase that. I'm here. Get frustrated at times, but I gotta do what I gotta do, Judge Holmes.
Yes. Yeah.
You take you take ownership on what got me here and move on.
There you go. And you make the best of it. Even in a bad situation, there's always some good that can come out of it. Something you learn, something you do better, something you do different, something you stop doing altogether. You got to make the best of it, okay?
Well, I know what I won't be doing that got me here. I don't want to say it.
All right. Very good. I did see you at the picnic. What are your thoughts about the picnic?
It was wonderful. I didn't get a chance to eat.
You didn't.
Yeah, I was hungry, but I can afford to lose meals. I'm losing weight working out.
Well, I hope you got a chance to grab a donut, some popcorn, some cream, something.
I'm not a sweet person, Judge Holmes. I don't eat sweets. I did want some of that chicken, but the rain was. I did want some chicken.
Well,
the rain started coming down and I left.
Listen, I ate everything I wanted to eat, and I stayed from beginning to end. So you should have hung out because I heard that chicken was good. That's what I heard.
I hung out with me and Mr. Yancey. We chopped it up for a second. I talked with him. And it was good to see you. I had a good time the time I was there.
All right. Very good. Very good. Are you having any difficulties or concerns that you need to raise with us today?
No, I'm okay, Judge Holmes. Like I say, I am working the program, and I'm just looking forward to a successful ending.
Yes. All right. Very good. How's your mom doing?
I'm about to call her in a minute. Every time I talk to you, I call her.
Okay. All right. Well, make sure you tell her I said hello, and
I always do. I always do.
And make sure you tell her I'm very grateful for her support. I love people that support their family members.
She is my support. She is my support. And like I say, when I came into your program, I don't have a lot of people in my circle. I don't deal with a lot of people.
Okay.
I got to do what works for me, Judge Holmes.
There you go. What works for you. Yes, sir. All right. Mr. Yancey, what's going on?
Yeah, Mr. Owens, he's doing pretty good. I talked to him a lot. He's trying to work the program really hard because he's trying to have a soft landing, but he's doing good. He's in recovery services. That's going well. He's doing his 2 randoms a week. That's in compliance with that. We have a couple of small things, not small, but a couple of smaller things to get done, community service. But other than that, he's doing well. He's in compliance. He's pushing as hard as he can. So, all is well, Mr. Owens. He and I do not lack communication. So,
what phase is Mr. Owens in?
He is in. I gotta make sure I have the right thing. I believe he is in. I can look at it now.
It's 4.
He's in phase 4. I'm sorry.
All right, very good, Mr. Owens.
I ain't gonna let him forget. He just said we have wonderful lack of communication. I'm not gonna let him forget. I got it up here, Judge Holmes.
I got you. I hear you.
It's all in the iPhone. I got it download on the phone. I got it wrote all on the refrigerator. Trust me. I know. I got it.
You in good shape. Listen, you're going to have a face-to-face with Mr. Yancey. And that's going to be at
what's that date again, Judge Holmes?
September 26th, and that'll be at 1:30 p.m.
Okay. What day is that on?
Tuesday, Mr. Yancey?
It's on a Tuesday, and we can always move it.
Okay, no problem. No problem, Mr. Yancey.
Very good. Good to see you, Mr. Holmes.
It's good to see you too, Judge Holmes.
Take good care. All right.
You too. Yeah.
All right, Ms. Villa, I'm going to call Andy Jar's case scheduled for 9:35 a.m. I have SP 107-41601, SP 107-41591. I've already sworn in Ms. Villarreal. I'm calling again Andujar Rodriguez. Felix Andujar Rodriguez, charged with, there was scheduled for a pre-trial, driver's license never acquired, and then and he has failed to appear. Habeas will issue, and the bond will be set at $50 cash or surety, and then a default judgment will be entered for the hearing. And are there any officers that there shouldn't have been that showed up? All right, very good. You are free to leave, Ms. Villarreal. Thank you so much for your patience.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You, okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, very good. I am ready to continue.
Your Honor, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Go right ahead.
We are ready with Mitchell Allen when the court's ready.
Okay, okay, very good.
There's a plea.
Okay, then we will go forward with Mr. Allen, but I'd like to see my specialty court docket
Yes.
for Billy Anderson. Does anyone know who Billy Anderson is?
Intake.
Yes, Your Honor, it's an intake.
Okay, are they here today?
Yes.
All right, wonderful. I'll come back to that intake. Mr. Puryear, I turned off his camera. He was doing the most. And I'll turn it back on and do Mr. Puryear, if you all could turn on his camera. And then for Avery Troop, where's Mr. Troop?
Yeah, I did talk to Mr. Troop. He knows about the hearing. I'm not really sure. I know he said he was having a slight emergency.
All right, okay. And then there was James Crawford. I'll give it a little more time. James Crawford was on for 8:30. Does anyone know where Mr. Crawford is? Whose case is James Crawford?
Not mine. I don't think it's Mr. Yancey's. I got to.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Can we check to see whose case that's for? All right, and then there is a Dorian Morgan.
That's the guy from yesterday, Judge. He would Miss Harris. Yep, that's the guy from yesterday.
All right.
But she may be presenting him today. I think she finally finished up the paperwork.
Okay, wonderful. And then we know that this is with the jail. All right. Anderson, Troop. All right, where's Mr. Puryear? Did we turn on Mr. Puryear's camera? He was just doing the absolute most. Come on, Mr. Puryear, I'm gonna ask you to start your camera so we can do your hearing.
Mr. Vikings, can you call the courtroom, please?
Yes.
Puryear, I can't
Thank
see.
you.
Mr. Puryear, I can't see you.
Okay, hold on.
There you are.
Can you see me now? Good morning.
Morning, Mr. Puryear.
Good morning.
All right, let me call the case. I have 22 and 210851CDA. Mr. Puryear, state your full name for the record.
Tyrone Puryear.
All right, how are you doing today, Mr. Puryear?
Good, at work.
All right, stay in one place so we can get your hearing done. All right, how's work going?
Okay. Good.
It's going good. Mr. Puryear, you doing everything?
Yes, ma'am.
Work your program.
Yes, I'm still in my program. I have some today.
All right, very good. Tell me something good that's happened to you since the last time I've seen you. What's happened that's good?
I want to call.
Oh, he had a bad connection, Mr. Yancey. Mr. Yancey, is he at Lake Ridge still?
He's at sobriety house.
Oh, there he is. Mr.
Yeah. I'm trying to find a good area. I'm at work. Hold on, let me go.
Right where you are, Mr. Puryear, I can hear you. Just be still.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. Tell me something good that's happened since the last time I've seen you.
Bought a car. I got baptized at church.
Oh, Mr. Puryear.
Yeah.
Those are both wonderful things. Oh my goodness. All right, so
Yes.
in this to win it, right, Mr. Perrier? All right, very good. You're moving around. I can't hear you now.
I'm standing still.
There you go. All right, there you go. All right, Mr. Perrier, I want to hear your response to win it, bro.
I'm in a bad area. Hold on.
You can hear that?
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Okay. I'm trying to stay right here.
Can you
What
answer
you say?
my question was, you are in it, you are in this to win it, right?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
That
I was a year on the team.
All right, Mr. Perrier. Awesome,
Mm.
awesome.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right, Mr. Yancey. For your clients and what phase is he in?
Yeah, he's in phase 3, quickly approaching phase 4. He's doing really well. He's been diligent with the services. I get good reports on him monthly, and he's doing everything that we asked him to do. He's had some good accomplishments, a couple of which he's just articulated, but since his sobriety has been in full swing, seems like monthly or every other month something good happens for him or with him. So he's doing really well.
All right. Awesome. I want you to keep up the great work you're doing, Mr. Perrier, okay?
I am, promise.
Yes, sir. I'm very, very proud of you.
And Your Honor, I want to promote him next time.
I am going to schedule you to face with Mr. Yancey on September 26, 2023, and that's going to be at 1:30 p.m., okay?
Yes, ma'am. September the 26th.
Yes, sir. All right.
Got you.
Take care of yourself, Mr. Perrier. Proud of you. Glad to see you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate y'all.
All right. Take care. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Mr. Yancey, if you could go track down Troop and you all can let me know about the status of your intake. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go ahead and call Mitchell Allen if the parties are ready. Are the
Judge, I
parties?
believe Mr. Fiken needs to have a conversation with him first.
Okay, then I won't call Mitchell Allen. Mr. Yancey, is your intake ready, or are we ready on the jail? Mr. Gates?
I'm ready on Mr. Gates, Judge.
Gates.
I'm sorry.
Jail. Where's Mr. Griffin? Is he gonna get on for Mr. Gates as well?
Yes, I believe so.
Can you get on
Judge.
for Mr. Gates? I'm not sure that. Coming on.
All right, I have case number 21. Oh, Miss Walker, we should have you on for Mr. Gates. I have case number 210-575-8701. Mr. Gates, state your full name, please.
Alfonso Gates.
All right, thank you. Mr. Gates absconded from the program in 2022. He didn't even stay long enough to work really the program at all. And so he picked up and brought to the DDC. He was arraigned, and he has been, how many days has he been at the Wayne County Jail?
Approximately 18, Judge. He said he was picked up on August the 25th.
Well, they didn't get him to me 18 days ago, so he was picked up for something else. And yeah, he didn't come to me 18 days ago.
The court may be absolutely correct. I'm just indicating how long he's been in custody, Judge.
All right, thank you. And so today we're here, I scheduled him to see what he wants to do and how we're going to proceed. His underlying charge is continued substance use, controlled substance use, I'm sorry. And so who wants to address the court first?
I
could just do a little background. Judge, he signed his contract. He had a 14-month contract, which he signed on April 12, 2022, and he absconded shortly after that in July. I just did a record check on him. He do have some 4 outstanding warrants for traffic tickets, but they're nothing new. They were stuff that was picked up in 2021. did have an opportunity to talk to him, seemed to be pleasant. He's working. He he just got his 90 days in at Magnus Seating. He has 4 kids. So he take care of his kids, help out with his father, girlfriend. So seemed to have a positive attitude. Seemed like he does need our help. So I wouldn't object to him coming back to the program, Judge.
You're
You're
muted,
on mute,
Judge.
Judge. You're on mute.
Am I unmuted now?
Yes, Judge.
Does he admit that he has a problem and that he needs the help?
Yes, Judge. If I may address the court, Mr. Gates is 30 years old, Judge. He is a high school graduate. He indicated to me that he has 4 children. He has 3 girls and 1 boy, ages 10, 8, 3, and 1. He indicated, Judge, that he is apologetic for walking away from the program. He was a referral from Judge Bryant on a narcotics case, and he wants to return to the program, follow the court's orders. He wants to complete the program this time, Judge, and I'm recommending that we allow him to come back in, Judge. He seems to be a nice young man, and he does need our help. We talked about his narcotics use, and I think he's willing to admit what he uses, and that's my recommendation, Judge. I'm recommending he be allowed to return.
All right, from the people, place your appearance on the record for me too, Ms. Walker.
Shannon Walker, P53794 on behalf of the people. Judge, I have no objection to Mr. Gates returning. Clearly, Mr. Gates has a lot going on in his life, and I hope he realizes that he needs to prioritize himself and his sobriety if he wants to do this program, because you can't be anything for your kids if you're nothing to yourself. So, Mr. Gates, I hope you understand that we're going to hold you accountable to take care of yourself. And as long as you're willing to do this, I'm more than willing, Judge, to try to be there and assist him and get him through this program.
All right. Very good. Mr. Gates, do you want to do the program?
Yes, I do. I really want to graduate, Your Honor. You invited me to the graduation last year, and I came. I didn't expect it to be so big and nice, but I really liked it. And only reason I didn't complete this is because I was completing another probation I had. So it's not like I wasn't doing anything. It's just so much.
You should have told us. We would have worked with you. I to the program. Tell us what's going on. Be open and honest with us. Let us know what's going on, because we can help you. And if we can't help you, let us tell you what to do, or we can't do anything. And so you need to understand that if you walk away from the program again, you're going to find yourself sitting back at the Wayne County Jail. And then eventually you're going to go back to Judge Bryant, and then she's going to sentence you on your underlying charge. I don't think you deserve that. I think you deserve to have an opportunity to get things together. And I think your children deserve to have the best version of you. So do I have your commitment to work the program?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Griffin, I'd like to do the order to have him released from the Wayne County Jail, dressed out and brought over. Let's see if Ms. Price can reassess him on today. And let's get him back, because it's still early. Let's get him back connected to services today, and we'll see him again next week. Can we do that?
That'd be great, Your Honor. That was going to be my recommendation, to have him brought over to get on the 800, and I'm going to talk to Ms. Price and and get him back with services and set him up with testing and everything like that, Judge.
All right, very good. And so, Ms. Mack, if you could prepare that order that says the order that is going to allow him to have a personal bond to be brought over to 36th District Court. You're going to be brought from the jail. So he's got to be delivered from the jail here. And then he can, we'll get him set up with services today. I'm going to give him a return to court date. Mr. Griffin, I'd like him to have a return to court date of the 19th. Okay. And then today you need to let me know what the recommendations are and what services he's going to get. But he'll have—
Judge, Mr. Griffin indicated he had 4 outstanding traffic
4
warrants.
warrants.
Can we recall those warrants just so he doesn't have any issues? I would have no objection to adding those to his contract if they're just traffic matters.
All right. I don't know if they have been pled on or if they've been adjudicated, But this is what we'll do, Ms. Mack. If you could get the other 4 matters, and I will set aside the warrant on those 4 matters. And let's schedule everything, including the case that came from Judge Bryant, for September 19, 2023. I'm going to put him on at 9:35 a.m. because that is our Veterans Day. Okay, and they have first dibs at the docket. All right, but he'll come from the jail on today. Mr. Griffin, before he's released, I need to know what the plan is.
Okay, no, oh, no problem, Judge. You said 9:35 on the 19th?
On the 19th, yes.
Okay.
That'll be okay. All right, anything else for me?
Thank you, Your
No,
Honor.
Judge, thank you.
All
No,
right.
Thank you.
Welcome, Mr. Gates. Show me that you're thankful. Work this program for you and your family, okay?
Okay, all right, I will.
All right.
Thank you so much,
Thank you. And
everybody.
Ms. Walker. All right. Are we ready on Allen Mitchell? Mitchell Allen.
We are, Judge, although I earlier indicated that that was a plea, that's going to be a request for a jury trial.
All right. Very good.
I'm sorry, he is in the breakout room right now.
All right, let's call it. We're done at the jail.
Judge, also, I sent you the scheduling order to your email, so you would have it in front of you as you were giving out dates.
Did you have
Don't look at the
for me?
Yes, I do have a date for you.
Oh, you put it on here already. Thank you.
No. There's no date on there. That's just a old one. I just wanted you to have the information. Yeah, so that doesn't go to Mr. Allen. That's just so you have the information to get the dates.
All right, wonderful. Can you give me the jury trial date? Because I'm gonna build my calendar around that.
Yes, Judge. The date I have is January 22nd, 2024.
All right, very good. All right, let me just grab a calendar. All right, let's do it. I am ready on the following matters for Mitchell Allen. Case number SP 113-82531. Case number SP 133-0143, counts 1, 2, and 3. Case number SP 135-8810, counts 1, 2, and 3. Case number SP 135-8822, counts 1 and 2. And then case number SP 144-60282 for the people.
Shannon Walker, P 53794 on behalf of the people.
Thank you. For the defendant.
Robert Fikens on behalf of Mitchell Allen. Sir, please state your name for the record.
Mitchell Allen.
Thank you and good morning to you, Mr. Allen.
Same to you.
It is my understanding that Mr. Allen is requesting a jury trial on today. This is scheduled for a bench trial. I'm not sure if all of the officers showed up, but since he's asking for a jury trial, we're going to go ahead and do just that. I am going to give a scheduling order as follows. Let's see.
Judge, just one matter of clarity. The first case on the docket with Officer Grow, the clerk indicated that has already been pled to and he owes money.
Okay, then that shouldn't be on my schedule. If there are any cases that he's pled to, that should not be on my schedule.
That is the only one that we were told had been pled to, Judge.
All right, so Ms. Mack, you're gonna remove that one, sir. You need to get it paid, okay? I don't re-adjudicate matters. All right?
I don't, when did I don't even remember playing.
Okay,
when did I do that?
You might not. Hold on, sir. You might not remember it, but Mr. Fikens, you can go back in the breakout room with an ROA and give him that information once I get his jury trial scheduled for all the other matters, but I'm not re-adjudicating anything. Ms. Mack, excuse me, Ms. Mack?
Yes, Judge.
Is that the only matter that there's been a plea on?
Yes, and then the case right after that, the second one on the docket, it was in default, and everything else is has not been adjudicated.
The second matter, expired plates, that will continue to be in default. I'm
Well,
not.
Judge, He did pay a bond on these cases to get these trial dates. So I think that went along with it. So
Okay, so, but not on the one for the plea, Mr. Fikens.
no, not on the one for the plea. This expired plates ticket
All right,
is one
so
that he.
you'll get a date for that. That'll all be together with the trial. Thank you so much.
3D.
Mr. Sir, I asked you to hold on. So get your whole life and your attitude while you're doing that together. Okay?
I don't have attitude, miss. I don't
Okay.
have attitude, but I have a whole life.
Okay, let me before he ends up having to come down to court in person. I'm gonna just mute you, help you out. All right, and so, Mr. Fikens, when I'm finished giving the dates, I'm gonna have you go in the breakout room to give him the information on the matter wherein the system indicates that a plea was taken. All right, and so let's go with the trial date. We've already gotten a jury trial date of January 22nd, 2024, and that's going to be at 8:30 a.m. and that's going to be in person. January 22nd, 2024 at 8:35 a.m. in person. Now I'm going to give the remainder of the dates, and then we'll make sure, Mr. Allen, that you get this information so that you and your attorney can make sure that you follow the scheduling order so you can be ready for trial, okay?
Judge,
So
just a quick question. Are these all the cases or is this just the first case on the docket?
no, I'm going to schedule all of these together. I know that
Okay.
that's resources to have in the courtroom, but I'd rather just schedule them all together.
Okay.
All right, let's do it. The first item I have is discovery. All discovery must be completed by, today is the 12th. I am
Just
going,
one more quickly point. Is Mr. Fikens going to be handling this or is he getting appointed counsel?
He would have to be getting appointed jury counsel.
okay, unless he can afford an attorney.
Unless-
Ms. Allen, can you afford an attorney? Or do you need an appointed attorney? I'm sorry, unmute yourself for me.
I'm going to represent myself.
Wonderful. Then what I'm going to indicate, Mr. Allen, is that if you cannot afford an attorney, then you have the right to request an attorney and an attorney will be appointed to you at no charge. If you insist on representing yourself, then by all means you can do so, but you will not be given any courtesies, any leeway, any breaks because you're not an attorney. You will be held to the same standard as the prosecutor will be held to. Okay? Do you want an appointed attorney or do you want to represent yourself?
I'm going to represent myself. Attorney is just a title. So I can handle this.
All right, let's go. I am going to schedule for discovery will be due on October 3rd, 2023. Next I have up is witness list. Witness list will be due on October 17th, 2003. Wait, let me make sure. Yep. And no witnesses may be called at trial that are not included in the witness list. All motions, dispositive or otherwise, must be filed with the court. I am going to have those motions filed by November 1st, 2023. The final pretrial conference, I'm sorry, strike that. Responses to motions must be filed by November 22nd, 2023. The final pretrial conference is going to take place. I will put that on December. I'm going to do it on a Friday. I'll do it on December 15th, 2023, and that is going to be at 10:45 a.m. And then again, the jury trial will be, and I'm sorry, for the final pretrial conference, at that time, I'm going to hear all motions in limine. I'll hear all motions on December 15th, 2023. At the time of the final pretrial conference, all of the parties will be required to have a stipulated jury voir dire. They will also be required to have their stipulated exhibits. Please note that you must provide your own copies for trial purposes. The court will not be providing copies. The parties must also have their jury trial binders prepared, as well as a stipulated verdict form. And again, anything that you all don't agree on, we will hear as a motion in limine, and that's going to be held at the final pretrial conference, again, which is taking place on December 15th, 2023 at 10:45 a.m. The jury trial date, again, is January 22nd, 2024 at 8:35 a.m. This trial date cannot be adjourned by stipulation of the parties except on motion to the court for good cause shown. All parties that are appearing before me are required to be in compliance with the court's dress code policy. If this trial date is going to be canceled, or if not canceled, but adjourned, or if the parties reach a settlement, then the parties must notify the court before the trial date. So I must be notified no later than January 21st, 2024 at 3:00 p.m. Failure to notify the court that the matter has been, you're motioning to adjourn, or that you have settled the case, then the parties will bear the expense for having to impanel a jury. That is a cost to 36th District Court. And so we ask that if we're not going forward, because you have resolved the matter, that you be courteous and let this court know so that we do not incur an expense. Mr. Allen, you will get a copy of the scheduling order. Please make sure that my court clerk has your contact information so that we can put it in the mail to you, or if you have a way for us to fax it to you or email it to you, we want to get it in your hands as quickly as possible. Are there any questions for the court? I'm going to ask you to unmute Mr. Allen. If you have any questions.
No, I don't have any questions. Can I say something?
If you have, is it pertaining to your matters?
Very much.
Okay, yes, sir.
That's the reason I'm going to trial more. That is not my attitude. I'm tired of being bullied. That's it.
Okay, no problem. You have a right to a trial. So whatever reason, you don't even have to have a reason. You have a right to a trial, and you have a
I have
right.
a reason. I'm just tired of being bullied.
All right, but you have a right to a trial. You have a
Not an
right.
attitude.
Okay, and so you don't need an explanation. Thank you so much. Did you have any other questions for the court
No,
today?
that's it. No more.
All right. Please make sure that you have the court's number so my clerk can have all of your information, because you've got to comply with my scheduling order, okay?
Oh, well, I'm going to call every day. I'm going to get this right. Indeed, I will. I've been here millions of one time.
No, Mr. Allen, you don't need to call every day. I need you to call today, okay? The number is in the chat right there, 313-965-2280. I want you to call that number so we can make sure we get the scheduling order to you,
Is there
okay?
a certain extension or a certain name I should ask for, or?
That's my clerk. She's gonna pick up, Miss Madge. Either my clerk,
Okay.
or just let them know that you need to get your information for the scheduling order. Okay?
Okay.
All
Very
right.
much.
If nothing else,
Indeed.
thank
No,
you.
that's it.
All right, take care. Bye-bye.
You too.
All right, let's,
Judge, could I release Officer Ramos and Officer Bajpai, if I'm saying that correct? They were the officers on those cases.
yes, you may release them.
Officers, if you're free to leave.
All right.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
You too. You all be safe, please.
Yes,
what-
ma'am. You too.
Thank you. What Mar Arnold, which was scheduled for trial?
And I have the sergeant here, Judge. I'll bring him out of the breakout room.
Where is Jamar Arnold with us?
No, Judge.
Okay, wonderful. Let's keep going.
Judge, am I free to release him? I'm having trouble moving him to main session. Can I just go in and release him?
Because he didn't show up, I'm going to do a KPS. I have for Jamar Arnold, SP 146-4327, counts 1 and 2. Mr. Arnold was scheduled for trial, count 1, no insurance, count 2, open alcohol in a motor vehicle as the driver. For count 1, KPS will issue, this trial was scheduled for 9:30 It is now 10:47 a.m. I'm satisfied. I've given him ample time to appear. As to the no insurance, the bond will be set at $50, cash or surety. As to the open alcohol and motor vehicle as a driver, the bond is going to be set at $100, cash or surety. All right.
And Judge, the officer on that case is here. Perhaps he can put his name on the record.
Right. I think Miss Walker released him because she was having problems getting him back. But place the officer's name on the record for me.
Oh, Judge, he's here now. Sergeant.
If he
My
could turn
gosh.
and state his name and badge number.
Amarante.
Thank you, Mr. Fikens.
Turn on your camera, please.
He's been having some technical problems, Judge, coming in and out quite a bit this morning.
All right.
There he is. I can see the face. There he is.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Number, that's okay.
I'm sorry, Marante. I've been having so many difficulties with this phone.
Okay. What's your badge number?
Badge S565.
All right. Wonderful. Thank you so much. You're all set.
All right. Thank you, man.
All right. Very good. Okay. I believe I have intakes ready. Or James Crawford. Did anybody?
I think that's Miss Cleveland's case, Judge, if I'm not mistaken.
Hey, would you reach out to Miss Cleveland and let her know? And then Mr. Yancey, I want to call the 130s to put scheduling. Who's a veteran that I've later.
You were breaking up, Your Honor.
And you mute, somebody needs to mute. All right, I indicated that I'm going to call for scheduling, and I need you to just tell me who's not a veteran, so I put them on at a later time, okay? All right, I have for Stephen Boomer, SP 133-37602 and 220-566-100. Boomer should be back to see us on September the 19th, 2023 at 8:45 a.m. I have from Marvin Green, U630-97322. Is he a veteran? No? All right, then he would see us on September 19th, 2023, and that is going to be at 9:35 a.m. For Shakia Jackson, Z8072891, not a veteran. I will see Jackson on September 19th, 2023, and that is going to be at 9:35 a.m. For Lewis Johnson, Z8082531. He's a veteran, is that correct?
He is not a veteran.
Okay. I'm going to see him on September 19th, 2023, and that will be at 9:35 a.m. Todd McCray, 200-605-9101, SP 105-22891, SP 115-93961, SP 117-17581, SP 126-95471, SP 127-75361, SP 132-15471, SP 132-20031, and case number 184571551. Mr. McCray, I will see him on September 19th, 2023, and that will be at 9:35 a.m. For Shannon Paredes, Z8086581. Mr. Yancey? He's not, right?
Your Honor, he is not a veteran.
All right, very good. I'll see him on September 19th, also at 9:35 a.m. For Eric Purefoy, case number 220-603-3001. Mr. Purefoy, I will see him on September 19th, and that will be at 9:35 a.m. For Dakari Rogan, SP 11667-681, SX 414-85131, and case number Z 808-3121. I will see him on September 19th, and that will be at 9:35 a.m. And then I have for Gerald Singleton, 222112. I will see him on September 19th, and that will also be at 9:35 a.m. Did I miss anyone? I did not. All right. I don't know what happened to Danya Alkawi. Miss McCall, did you reach out? Oh, you're here. Ma'am, if you don't have your camera on, we don't know that you're here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been here since 10 a.m.
You've been in trouble since 10 a.m. I don't know that you're here. I don't search names. I don't do it. I'm so sorry. I just don't have the time to do it. Miss McCall, let's go ahead and call that one. I have C 808-7331. Miss McCall, your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm Ivor McCall on behalf of the Probation Department, standing in for Jennifer O'Driscoll.
Thank you. Ms. Alkawi, state your full name.
Hello, my name is Danielle Cowie.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. McCall, what's going on with Ms. Alkawi?
Ms. Akawi was placed on probation, Your Honor, on March 9th, 2023 for 1 year. She was ordered to pay $685 in assessed fines and costs, shall not consume any alcohol beverages, shall not use or possess any illegal substance, submit to random urinalysis twice per week, be assessed for substance abuse treatment and mental health treatment, complete the victim's impact panel, as well as the alcohol highway safety class, view the consequence video, and complete the marijuana insight. And Ms. Okawi was last appeared by Zoom on a review hearing on August 31st, 2023. And at that time, she was ordered to continue with all terms and conditions of probation and continue testing 1 time per week and return today for a review of September 12th, 2023. And while she was under the supervision of the probation department, she has completed the victim's impact panel, as well as the alcohol highway safety class. She completed the marijuana insight. She has provided verification of employment. She has viewed the consequence video. She's paid her assessed fines and costs in full. She has provided her active RX marijuana card, and she's currently enrolled in ongoing mental health treatment with Restore Me Wellness Center under the supervision of Miss Jean. And she's currently enrolled in school at Wayne State University. Her classes begin August 28th, 2023. She has 4 classes. In regards to her last urine screen, Your Honor, she tested on September 5th, 2023. And she was positive for marijuana, but she does have her RX card, and she was negative for all other substances. And that's where we are now. Ms. O'Driscoll did prepare a discharge for her to be successfully discharged from probation if the courts accept a recommendation.
All right, thank you. On
You're
behalf
welcome.
of Ms. Alkawi, the attorney.
Yes, Judge. On behalf of,
Or discharge, I'm sorry.
we certainly would support discharge at this time. We have no objection, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Alkawi, are you ready to continue on this great path that you've been on? You've done everything that you were supposed to do. I don't see a reason to keep you on probation.
Yes, I'm ready to focus on school.
All right, I need you to make sure you stay on track, because you know that if you don't stay on track, you're going to come back to see me and I won't forget.
I'm not coming back.
Go on and get your degree and do some great things. You've always been pleasant. I want you to hang in there and do what you need to do, okay?
I will.
All right, very good. I am going to release you from probation. And so, Ms. McCall, if you can make sure that my clerk gets that order so I can get it signed. I appreciate all the hard work that's been done by probation on this particular matter. I appreciate the hard work that's been done by you, Ms. Akawi, on this matter. And so I wish you well. Go and be great, okay?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right.
Judge,
Yes,
May we ask that it be closed with improvement?
yes, it can be closed with improvement.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you. All right, you're all set. Thank you, Ms. McCall. Thank you, Ms.
Thank you and have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Oh,
All
I
right.
have one more question.
Yeah.
About the drug, about the testing. Do I still go?
No, ma'am, you are done.
Oh,
I mean, if you just want to go right ahead, knock yourself out. But no, you don't have to go, okay?
okay. Thank you so much.
Very welcome. Okay. All
Thank
right.
you
Bye.
so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Let's go. Ms. Mack, I did get Gates. All right, very good. Ms. Mack, did Mr. Al Haddad pay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let me call it. I have SP 145-84571 for Baha Al Haddad. He was given until today to pay, and so his matter will be closed. Very good. All right, I know I have a few intakes to do on this morning. I need to take a quick break. Miss Harris, are you ready to do Morgan as well today, or you need another date for him?
I can present him today, Your Honor. I've gotten all of his paperwork done other than his LSCMI. And I'm gonna try and do that with him after we present him, but he is really sick. So I kind of want to get him out of here. He's not feeling well.
Does he have his mask on?
He has a mask. I don't know if he's currently wearing it. He went up to the lab. This is his third time coming up to the lab to try to test. He hasn't been able to produce. So he went back up to the lab to try and test. And he knows he has to test before he leaves here today.
What were his test results yesterday?
He was positive just for the one substance I sent you. So, and I'm going to have him set up for random testing anyways today, but I just wanted to get him tested.
All right.
I talked to him, Judge. I did talk to him, Judge.
Let's get him tested and then we'll go from there. All right, Mr. Yancey, did you get an opportunity to reach out to Mr. True?
You're muted.
You're muted, Mr. Yancey.
I talked to him yesterday. I tried to reach out to him today. I could not get him. Is there anything we can do?
Try to reach out to him because I'm out. I'm not in. So yeah.
Okay.
All right. Very good. Okay. I need to take a brief recess. Let's get the intakes line ready to go, and then I'll be ready to proceed. Thank you all.
Yes,
Judge,
sir.
I need you, please.
Sorry.
Can you call me?
Yeah.
Sorry. Thank you.
All right, are we ready on intakes? I'm gonna start with my people who were scheduled for today. If the gentleman is not feeling well, you all can put him in a corner somewhere by himself. But he's not gonna get to go first today, and we had to wait on him 2 or 3 times before he decided to come in. And so that's just where I am. Are we ready? Did anyone determine what happened with James Crawford? With James Crawford? All right, are we ready did Mr. Van Pelt join us in the courtroom?
That's Mr. Yancey's case. Mr. Yancey? I don't know.
I have to call and find out.
I'm sorry, which case is that?
Which case are we ready? Maybe I just do it that way.
Billy Anderson and Damon Van Pelt. We're ready on both of those intakes.
Let's do it. They're both in the courtroom?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, let's do it.
Mr. Yancey, did Mr. Fikens talk to those people? I haven't talked to those people.
We haven't talked to them. So
No.
I'll take somebody into the courtroom.
I'm really on Mr. Morgan. That's the only one I talked to.
Okay, I thought they told me they talked to somebody. Okay, I apologize. Let me get them in the breakout room with one of you. Who can go to
I'll
the
go.
breakout room?
I'll go and Mr. Reed can do the other person, Mr. Morgan.
Okay.
Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, who was going in the conference room? I have Mr. Anderson in the conference room.
Very good. I'll go back there with him if I can be assigned there.
Okay, let me move you right now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Reed, are you not in a breakout room with the client because they're both in the courtroom?
Mr. Fikens is in, yes, Mr. Fikens is in the breakout room with Mr. Anderson, and I'm waiting to get in the breakout room with Mr. Van Pelt. If they could. Mr. Fikens is in the breakout conference room with Mr. Anderson.
Did you do Mr. Morgan?
I did Mr. Morgan. I'm ready on Mr. Morgan.
Miss Harris, are you still with us?
Ms. Harris is physically in the courtroom, Judge.
Miss Harris, let's make because at 12 noon, and I'm going to it.
So we're
Ready on
Ms.
more?
Harris is here.
Ready to do more?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right.
Yes,
Very
Your
good.
Honor.
I want you to stand with him though, Miss Harris.
Okay.
All right. I have for Dorian Morgan 4401. If Mr. Morgan could step up to the podium and state his name.
Morgan.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Morgan.
Good morning.
I'm glad that you came back like you said you would. Thank you.
Welcome.
All right. Very good. I understand that you're not feeling well. And so I need you to make sure you see a doctor and take good care of yourself. Okay. All right. Very good. Miss Harris, I'm going to have you go ahead and present Mr. Morgan. Can you use the side microphone though? I don't feel comfortable with you all being that close.
Good morning, Your Honor. Sorry, so today we have Dorian Morgan. Mr. Morgan is coming to us on a referral from Judge Bryant on a controlled substance use charge. He is here on an 18-month contract. Mr. Morgan is a single African-American male. He is 48 years old. He resides in the city of Detroit.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
I could not.
Yes, we can now.
I can now.
Okay, I want to just make sure my record is clear. He's going to be on recommended for an 18-month court order. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Keep going. Go ahead.
Yep. Sorry. So, Mr. Morgan is a 48-year-old male. He lives in the city of Detroit. He resides with family. Mr. Morgan is a father of 5. His children do not reside with him, but he does have a relationship with them. Mr. Morgan is employed. He does have a GED. We went through and did his assessments and stuff. He does want to participate in our program. He is at least 18 years of age. He does appear and admit that substances have created a problem in his life. He does not have any prior felony convictions for a violent offense, and he has not participated in a treatment court program in the past.
All right.
I just wanted to say, so he is, he does appear to be eligible for our program, and per my conversation with him, I feel that he would be a fit for our program, so I would recommend him for participation in our specialty court.
Thank you. Mr. Reed?
Yes, Judge, thank you. He is eligible to participate in our program under Michigan law. He indicated to me that he does have 3 minor children, ages 7, 12, and 13. We did go over the court's order. We talked about testing, counseling, community service, paying fines and costs. He understands he cannot leave the state of Michigan without permission of the court. He understands no alcohol, no narcotics, and other substances that will be explained to him by his case manager. He also understands that the court has the ability to amend or alter the order. He is receptive to that. Judge, he has had a valid driver's license at one point. His license is not valid at this time. He indicated to me that he believes he has unpaid tickets in Detroit and East Point, and he is interested in getting a valid Michigan driver's license. Judge, we talked about the fact that his case is a dismissible case. When he completes the program, his case may be dismissed. We also talked about honesty is the best policy. No one wants to hurt him. We only want to help him, and we can help him if he's honest with us. Judge, he is eligible to participate under Michigan law. I'm recommending his participation. He was pleasant to talk to, cooperative and respectful, and he thanks the court for allowing him to return today and show that he can follow the court's order by appearing in court when ordered to appear. Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you, Mr. Reed. And so I heard, did I hear you say you had Detroit tickets as well as East Point?
That's what he told me, Judge. I have not seen a summary or SOS, but he did indicate to me that he believes he had Detroit tickets and East Point tickets.
You can run a summary. We'll see what we have no authority in East Point, but Mr. Reed, you all will work with him so he can get on track so that by the time you finish with us, you will have everything cleared up. Does that sound good to you, Mr. Morgan?
Yes.
All right, very good. So Ms. Mack, if you could get that summary to Mr. Reed, that would be great. And then put a copy for the file. All right, Miss Harris, I have one question for you. How many times per week does Mr. Morgan need to test?
A minimum of 2 times at this time, unless there seems to be a problem. And then if he does test positive for a substance other than what we do know is already in his system and should be coming down, then at that time, obviously, I would recommend we increase testing.
All right, I can't recall a message. Someone sent me a message that someone on yesterday was testing for a substance that I usually do 3 times a week. Would that have been Mr. Morgan?
And that could be Mr. Morgan. His original charge does include a substance that you would normally test 3 times a week.
Yeah, then he's gonna test 3 times a week. That's where we're gonna start, 3 times per week. All right, it will be random. And so, Mr. Morgan, you'll have to pick the phone and call every single day. Don't try to call test. You'll call every single day to see if your colors drop so you can test, okay?
Yes.
All right, and so we're gonna pay for it while you're in phase 1. And so if you are testing, and Miss, you can talk to your case manager if this presents a hardship. But if your color drops, you are to come to 36 District Court and test. We test between the hours of 8:30 and 3 o'clock. Okay? We don't test on the weekends and on holidays. So if your color drops on the weekends or holidays, one of our providers, okay?
I'll come 36 District.
But if we're not open, sir, and your color drops, you have to go to one of our providers, okay?
Okay.
All right, we understand that. I'm glad you'll come down to the court when your color drops, as long as we're open. If we're not open, you have to go to a provider because you have to test. You cannot miss your testing, okay?
Yes.
All right, very good. You've had an opportunity, Mr. Morgan, to talk with Ms. Harris as well as Mr. Reed. Are you satisfied that they answered all of your questions?
Yes.
Do you have any additional questions for me?
Thanks for giving me another chance.
Well, I thank you for keeping your word, sir. That certainly is, you're off to a good start. You kept your word. I expect you to be honest with me and honest with the team while you're in this program, because that's the only way we can help you, is if you're honest with us. I also expect you to show up. I expect you to show up for your testing. I expect you to show up for your counseling, and I expect you to show up for your court dates. Can I get you to do that?
Yes. I would have showed up early yesterday, but the buses, these Detroit buses ain't helping.
I understand, but remember we had this conversation yesterday. As a grown-up.
I got up like about 5 o'clock today.
Okay, that's what we do as grown-ups. We make the sacrifices to make it happen, right?
Yes.
And that's one thing you're gonna learn in this program. You're gonna have to sacrifice, sir. It's all about sacrifice. It's not here to make you comfortable. We're here to work with you, though. but you will have to sacrifice, okay?
Yes.
All right, very good. If you don't have any, and you have admitted that you have an issue with substance and you need the help, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, very good. Then we are more than willing to help you, Mr. Morgan. So welcome to our program. I want him to get his assessment done immediately so that we can get him in the right level of care. I know that we do the preliminary, but we want to make sure we have you at the right level of care. Ms. Harris, make sure that there's a connection with Ms. Price, because she's responsible for making sure that the level of care is in compliance with best practices. And so I'm excited to work with you. If you don't have any questions, I'm going to have you do a face-to-face with Ms. Harris, and that is going to be on. Ms. Harris, do you want to keep the Tuesday date or a different date?
I mean, I can ask Mr. Morgan. I know he works 3 or 4 days a week. Is there a day of the week, Mr. Morgan, that is better for you?
Actually, the mornings, as long as it's in the morning, it's all good.
Okay, so Tuesday's fine. He said as long as it's in the morning, it's good.
So I'm going to give him a face-to-face with you on the 19th, which is next week, Tuesday. And I'll just put it at 10:50 a.m., Ms. Harris, so that you can, okay?
Thank you.
All right, awesome. All right, I don't know if Ms. Harris is going to release you or try to get you to do your assessment, but I look forward to working with you, okay?
Yes.
All right, thank you, sir. Harris, are you going to try to get the assessment done?
I am, I just have a few things I'm gonna try and get through with him. And then I'm going to send, the information over to Ms. Price so that she can reach out to him, and, you know, assess him.
Did he get on the 1-800 number?
He did, Your Honor. He has an appointment on Monday.
Okay, wonderful. All right. Okay. Good, good. All right, it's important to get him assessed. Did you have any more intakes with Mr. Reed?
I do not, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Reed, there's nobody else. No, the other two. Yeah, we'll have to wait. Let's,
Yes, sir.
I got him. Miss Cleveland. James.
Judge, I did reach out. Oh, did you get the message from Miss Cleveland? Okay.
Yeah. All right, so let's put Mr. Parker on for next week, Tuesday. I'm going to adjourn him, Z808-6811. I will adjourn him to September 19th, 2023, and that's going to be at 9:45 a.m.
Judge, I see Mr. Fikens is back, so I assume he's completed, Mr. Anderson. If someone could put me in a breakout room with the other intake, Mr. Van Pelt, we can keep moving.
I've done them both, so we're ready.
Oh, you've done them both?
Yeah, and my apologies to the court. I did speak with Mr. Billy Anderson a couple weeks ago, and I had forgotten his name, but remembered as soon as we sat down. So that's why Mr. Yancey may have thought more was accomplished than otherwise. So my apologies to this court and Mr. Yancey.
That's okay. Let's do it. Let's go to Billy Anderson. Mr. Anderson, if you could come up to the podium, please. All right. Good morning, Mr. Anderson. Let's do it. I have case number Z808 851. Mr. Anderson, state your full name.
Billy Frank Anderson, Jr.
All right, how are you this morning, Mr. Anderson? I can't hear you.
Pretty good.
All right, very good. It's good to see you. You haven't been having any issues with that device that you're using, right?
No.
All right, very good, very good. All right, I'm gonna hear from Mr. Yancey as to your intake, Mr. Yancey.
Yes, Your Honor. So as you stated before the court, is Billy Anderson. He's before the court for sentencing as a result of a conviction for OWI. Your Honor, he's 65 years old and a resident of the city of Detroit. He's a retired city of Detroit employee, and he currently takes care of his 90-year-old father. He's a high school graduate and a former trade school student. His license is currently suspended at this time. He does report being in good general health. He reports that his main support throughout this journey will be his adult children and our team. So I did explain to him how our program works. He said he understood it, said he wanted to do it. From the lane that I ran, there's nothing that precludes him from being in our program at this time.
Who referred Mr. Anderson to us, or did he come to us because his last name begins with an A?
Because his last name begins with A.
All right, very good. All right. Mr. Vikens?
Thank you, Judge. It certainly was a pleasure talking with Mr. Anderson both today and a week or two ago when we talked, and it took me a little while to remember that we had talked, but he pointed that out. So I know his mind is sharp, at least it's a lot sharper than mine. But he certainly was courteous and pleasant throughout our conversation. We went over the requirements of the program, Judge. We talked candidly about who are the people who need this program, and we did have to conclude that why he's here is because he committed an offense which had drinking and driving not been so closely connected, he might not be here today at all and would be at home. So he understands that was a problem. He understands that he accepted a conviction in that. And so we talked about doing the program and whether or not he thought he could do the program. And he certainly thinks he can do the program, does believe he can do the testing, the treatment meetings, all the requirements of the program. And therefore, Judge, I recommend him for acceptance into the program.
All right, very good. Mr. Yancey, has he been assessed at all?
He has not. He was Ms. Price reached out to me and she was going to try to do that today.
Okay.
As far as a clinical assessment.
Yes. Has he been assessed on the 1-800 number?
No, that's what she was going to do today. He was given the 1-800 number, but he did not follow up with that.
Why didn't he follow?
I didn't get a number.
That's not he was given, and when I did the interview with him, Ms. Price did call him. I don't believe that he said he didn't get the messages today. So I don't know what the mix-up was. I can make sure that happens before he leaves, though. I did tell him that.
All right, Mr. Yancey, I'm not releasing him today from the courtroom until he has been on the 1-800 number, as well as by Ms. Price. I am going to continue to have him on the sober link so that we can get the plan together for his level of care. Okay?
Yes.
I need that. So he's not released until that happens, and please follow up with me to let me know that it did happen. All right. Mr. Anderson, you ready to work the program?
Yes.
All right, I have your commitment to work it, Mr. Anderson. I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
What did you say? I didn't hear you.
I asked, do I have your commitment to work the program?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. Thank you so much. All right, Mr. Anderson, I know it seems like it's a lot. We'll do it one day at a time, one step at a time. The main thing I need from you right now is to be honest, to make sure you show up for the things that you're supposed to show up for. Can I get you to do that?
Yeah, I can get that number and you can write it down for me.
They're gonna get you on today at the court, and you'll get assessed today at the court, okay?
Okay.
All right, so we'll have that done before you leave today. I want you assessed on the 1-800 number as well as with Ms. Price. And so, listen, I'm excited that you're coming into the program. I hope that you're going to show up and do the things that you're supposed to do, not just to get through the program, but so that hopefully you will be able to learn some things about yourself, learn some things about the charge that brought you before me, and then apply them so that once you're finished with this particular process, you won't ever have to interact with the criminal justice system again. Does that sound good to you?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Yes.
All right, very good. Do you have any questions for me today, Mr. Anderson?
No.
All right, and are you satisfied that Mr. Yancey and Mr. Fikens answered all of your questions?
Yes.
Mr. Anderson, you have to understand that you have an issue with substance and that this program can help you. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right, very good. And hopefully they explain to you that no alcohol, no substance, legal or illegal, is allowed, and 0 means 0. They explain that to you?
Yes.
All right, very good. Then if nothing else, I'm going to accept you into the program. You will have a face-to-face with Mr. Yancey on September 19th, 2023, and that's going to be at 1:30 p.m. And Ms. Mack, if you could write that date down for him, that would be great. Mr. Anderson, I'm going to have you have a seat. Mr. Yancey's going to have to come down because there's some things he needs to do with you today before you can be released. Thank you.
Okay, good. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. All right. Do we have one more matter that's ready?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. People, let's do it. That would be Mr. Van Pelt. Is that correct?
That is correct, Judge.
All right. Very good. Are we ready on Mr. Officer Lott? I appreciate you so much. Keeping everybody COVID safe.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir. For Mr. Anderson.
Are we ready? All right, wonderful. I have for Mr. Van Pelt, case number 190-612-4601. Mr. Van Pelt, state your full name for me.
Damon Andrew Douglas Van Pelt.
All right, how are you this morning, Mr. Van Pelt? All right, very good. I'm glad that you made it in. Mr. Yancey, real quick, I'm going to send you a message. It's going to be by way of chat. Mr. Van Pelt, that you made it in. Are you ready to work the program?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. What brings you to us today? Why are you here? I'm sorry. Well, I didn't just tell you to come here. Somebody else told you. here? Who told you to come here? I never met you before, Mr. Van Pelt.
Okay, well, I guess since I'm a mutual line step.
Okay, did another judge send you to me? It looks like they did. Maybe that wasn't even a fair question. So how about this is a fair question? Tell me about yourself, Mr. Van Pelt. What do you want me to know about you? I can't hear you.
You're gonna have to. I work for Ford Motor Company.
Okay, you work for Ford. How many years have you been with Ford?
24.
24 years. Wow, very good. Do you like that job? All right. Hey, I appreciate the honesty. It pays the bills. All right. What else do you want me to know about you, Mr. Van Pelt?
I'm here to follow all the rules and regulations of this program.
That's a good thing to know about you, that's what you want to do. You want to follow all the rules and regulations. And you know, there are some rules and some things that you can and cannot do while you're with us, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And I have your commitment to follow the rules and do what you're supposed to do.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so, Mr. Van Pelt, do you admit that you have an issue with a substance and that you need the help that the program has to offer?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. And you're gonna roll up your sleeves and get it done? I didn't hear you.
No problems.
All right. And so, all right. And so, Mr. Van Pelt, you heard me tell another intake earlier that what I expect from people just right in the beginning is honesty. Let us know what's going on. We can't help you if we don't know what's going on. I expect to show up for the things that they're supposed to show up for. Can I count on you to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Awesome. Then we're already off to a good start, sir. Already. All right. Mr. Yancey, I'm gonna have you present Mr. Van Pelt. Did he test you today and did we get results?
He did test. We don't have the results yet, Your Honor.
You'll have. All right. Very good. I'm gonna mute the courtroom for a second. Cause y'all loud on my record. Can y'all look up at the screen at my face? Okay, go ahead, Mr. Yancey.
Yes, Your Honor. So as you can see before the court for sentencing is Damon Van Pelt. He was referred to specialty court by Judge Bryant. He was actually referred to our Veterans Treatment Court, Your Honor.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, Your Honor, he's a Navy veteran. And he is 54 years old. He's a resident of the city of Dearborn Heights. He's a high school graduate. Father of one adult child. He's currently, as he told you, employed full-time through Ford Motor Company. He has 24 years. His license is currently revoked at this time. He reports being in good general health. He reports his main support system will be his mother, but he reports that his entire family will be supportive of him as far as his journey. So he did understand how Veterans Court worked. I did talk to him extensively, and he is interested in being in our Veterans Court, Your Honor. And he has had a clinical assessment with Ms. Price already.
Great. All right. Very good. And have they already treatment where he's going for treatment? Uh-oh, I can't hear you.
I'm sorry. I believe he does have an appointment for treatment. We discussed that real briefly. I have to, I don't remember the date he told me. Okay.
We're not able to hear you, Mr. Van Pelt. They'll have to unmute in the courtroom. It's not unmuted.
There you go.
September 25th.
All right. Okay, thank you. Very good. I need you to keep that appointment, okay? No excuses.
No excuses required.
All right, very good. All right, was that it, Mr. Yancey?
Only other thing was, Your Honor, but I did tell him he needs to come in. The day he left from talking to me, he got a postcard in the mail telling him to come on Zoom. So that was his mix up. Otherwise, he would have been here.
Okay, that's okay. We got him squared away. Wonderful. All right. Mr. Fikens, you went in with Mr. Van Pelt?
I did, Your Honor, and I certainly like Mr. Van Pelt. He is kind of soft-spoken, but real determined. And I certainly appreciate that. He certainly indicated that he wants the help. He mentioned that about the postcard. I'm glad that was straightened out. And because he meant no offense, not coming in to live in this courtroom. And that's the kind of person he is. He's told to do something, like any good vet does, as we know, they go do it, and they do what they're instructed. And Mr. Van Pelt, though, knows that, understands and accepts the fact that he's got some concerns that can be addressed by this court. I think he's been a little bad about, he's got to put in the work to do it, to approve and help to change those things that need to be changed. And he wants to do it, though, and he's going to do it as any good soldier would. So we talked about honesty in the program. We talked about the need for testing, treatment, and meetings. He does understand that. He wants the help, Judge. I certainly recommend him for acceptance into the program.
All right, very good. Mr. Van Pelt, you heard with what both the attorney as well as the case manager has said. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, ma'am.
I'm sorry, one more time.
No, ma'am.
All right, very good. And listen, what did you do in the Navy?
Supply person.
Wonderful. Listen, we certainly appreciate your service to this country. We appreciate your service to us. And we also appreciate the fact that you're going to now allow us to serve you. And so thank you for your willingness to participate. I am going to schedule you for a face-to-face with Mr. Yancey. That's going to be on September 19th, 2023 at 1:30 p.m. And then you'll see me the following week. Let's make sure before you leave today that we get results and all of those good things. So if you don't have any, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, I need everybody in the courtroom to join me in thanking Mr. Van Pelt for his service to this country and to us. Thank you, Mr. Pelt. We appreciate you. Truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Have a seat. Wait for Mr. Yancey. All right, Mr. Yancey, no call back on Troop.
No, I know he has phone issues. So he hasn't responded.
All right, Yancey, the best. Go ahead, Mr. Fight.
Judge, I don't know if you're coming in tomorrow, so I'm not, or if you're going to be here for a little bit, but I'd be certainly willing to give Mr. Yancey the rest of the day. If Mr. Troop could come in tomorrow, I'll be here tomorrow. If that's okay with you, Judge.
Yes, I'll put him on for tomorrow, Mr. Yancey.
And then I'll have him, I'll get him some kind of way and I'll have him physically come down here.
Well,
okay. Okay, that's fine. So for him, is Mr. Morgan where he can hear me? No?
He is not in the courtroom at this time, Judge.
Okay, very good. All right, and so Mr. Yancey for Avery Troop 130-587-6101, SP 134-25181, case number 1155297001, and case number 134502611. I will adjourn him to tomorrow, September 13th, 2023. And what I'll do is I will put him on. I need him to get on like at 8. He's gonna have to be on at 8:30 a.m. so I can get him done before it's time for me to train, okay?
Yes,
Is that
sir.
by way of Zoom, Judge?
Yes. Way of Zoom. Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor.
all right, very good, very good. If nothing else, we are all set. Did I miss anything? Did I miss anything?
I don't believe so.
No, I think that's everything on the docket, Judge.
Right, wonderful. Thank you all.
Wait, I do have a question about the gentleman that's coming over from the jail. Mr. Gates. Do you need to see him?
I already gave him a return to court date. Mr. Griffin is to get him processed, and before he leaves, they need to update me on what's going on.
Okay.
Okay, but I already gave him a return to court date. You have it?
Yes, I do have it, Judge.
Okay, cool, because it looks like I didn't write it down. All right, very good. All right, yes, I did. Okay, we're good. All right, thank you all. Today is Tuesday, so I don't see you all this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Thanks,
All right, thank
thanks,
you, Judge.
Attorney Fikens. I appreciate it.
And Mr. Yance, anything for you?